Welcome to Dice Revolution, the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons stream here at Adelaide Uni. Today I am joined by Romy, Olivia, Tazwa, Jordan, Hamish, Devon and Stuart. And Chicken. Unfortunately, Alex is not able to be here with us today. But I'm sure someone will inform him of the eventual
sorry,
TPK.
I did not mean to be shit out of the table.
Alex. Must be hard.
What?
You will notice that we are in the same room as we were in last week. We have decided to move to this one as it has the perks of air conditioning, better acoustics, and just
air
nicer. Just air conditioning.
It's a bit more colourful as well.
And vibes.
I like the colour.
A lot of vibes.
I guess the only one we could one up this would be like the older Lady Simmons, but God rest her soul.
My first home. Dad, I want to go home. We have a Lady Simmons at home.
So guys,
it's the Hartley building.
Bring us back to wooden floors. Nice. I'll get some of them.
The Lady Simmons at home is just the Hartley
we
building.
are here in part due to the Adelaide Uni Board Games Club. Jordan.
The Adelaide Games Club is a club here at the University of Adelaide that gets together at the Hartley building on Wednesdays, Fridays, and sometimes Sundays. They are a club that specializes in tabletop games and board games. So if you like those types of games, then come on down and join us on Wednesdays, Fridays, and sometimes Sundays. Again, it's the Hartley building at the University of Adelaide. If you want a board game that you might want to play, if you don't know what to jump into, then the best thing to do is wait to the end of the stream, because at the end of the stream, it is going to be Romy giving us a board game recommendation.
No pressure.
I was thinking like
All the pressure. If you give a bad one,
Okay,
fuck you.
Everyone listen to Devon for a
For
second.
anybody who was in Adelaide, we have a board games tournament coming up in week 4. So if you're interested in playing Clank or Splinter, some graphic, like some promotional stuff will be coming soon. So be sure to sign up.
And when is week 4 for those non-students?
Next week. 24th of March.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, good stuff. And so if you want to follow the Adelaide Games Club on social media, they are normally Adelaide Games or U of A Games normally on social media. So on Facebook and Twitter.
Twitter?
No.
Okay, on Facebook and Instagram, they're U of A Games. So go check them out.
Also, your recommendation will be given midway through the stream, not at the end.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
we will be losing
before the
our
second break.
Rumples.
Right? You're leaving at the second break? So
Yes.
before the second break, we'll give you the
You will
board
lose
game recommendation.
Sloofed.
For those who don't know about weeks or times,
Sloofed is
when's
going
second
to
break
become
roughly?
Second break is
slime
in
and
an
sit
hour
in
and a half or
bag.
so.
Anywho, let's jump in.
Anyhow.
So, the party finds themselves on the continent of Zorana at the Echlap estate, where they peruse the building for some clues as to their current mission. They give the butler of the house a case of the shits and go on their merry way about the house. They regroup eventually, each doing their little missions on their floors. With the return of the Echlap family, some conversations are had, some tense back and forth banter, with the party leaving the house and seemingly being followed, as some party members come to believe. Some especially perceptive members of the party notice that Tywin has been marked with some sort of spell. A runic sigil that appears on his neck, imperceptible to most, except Solomon, who had a detect magic spell up at the time.
Wow.
We pick up today with the party split across 2 taverns.
Not really. It's the party in one, and then Tywin being
Marley
excluded in a different one.
Marley is in
Marley.
Marley is also with you.
Yeah.
So yes, What's up?
Don't worry. Yeah, I'm just looking for phones. Everybody, please continue.
I'm just looking for fun.
So with Marley and I are in. I let Marley stay in my room, and Marley is kept up for longer than Marley would probably like, because Tywin has set up targets in his room, and he is practicing shooting all the targets at the fastest speed that he possibly can, almost all night. He gets enough sleep, but for much longer, and he's very loud about it. So the entire time he's just going practicing.
You will notice that Marley will just pounce in the way, deflect a few of the missiles.
Yeah.
Just
Hey,
catch
that's
them
some training.
Just pluck them out of
Overnight
midair.
training.
Yeah. He's doing some overnight training.
Yeah.
Do you take a level of exhaustion from that?
Nope.
Huh?
Nope.
Well, Tywin's
No, I'll tell you that.
I
No.
said no.
Well, it really depends on how long you spend training, like an hour? 2 hours? 3 hours?
All
A
night.
montage amount of time. Doesn't matter.
Oh, so,
So like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
He shot the crossbow twice and went, I'm going to bed. And a
In a
miss.
similar vein, Solomon, instead of heading straight to bed, wait, I don't think I'm rooming with anyone tonight because I'd normally be your partner, but at this
no,
point,
you're rooming with me.
Okay, cool.
I follow you in.
I room with Tarina at this point, and she's going to regret it because Solomon intends to make a similar amount of noise. You see him dragging out and setting out like in a very, very like neatly ordered pattern. These little segmented parts of strange bits of metal, the same large chunks of brass, piping, and a few other handfuls of like just assorted steel and crap set out all over the floor. And you see him staring down at it and starting to like sketch out just like on like a piece of freaking parchment, scratching out these very harsh markings, which you seem to be some sort of design, but you can't quite tell. At which point you hear him just mumble to himself, I need luft.
Do I hear all of like, because I'm with Trey.
There's definitely a lot of clanking.
Yeah, I can hear a lot of
I'm
noise.
definitely,
Okay.
I'm doing Luft's
Yeah.
hair to go to bed, putting some flowers in or whatever, and just
Oh, what? Huh?
what?
What? You hear that? What was that?
Oh shit!
What? I want to go. Whose room is that coming from?
I will go up and open the door,
Oh.
and I assume both heads just kind of pop out.
What? And you just see Luff, like, because you're a lot taller than her and your arms out, she's like, it goes under your arm. She goes up to like every door and puts her ear to it. When she gets to Solomon, she goes,
Right as you do that, the door whoosh opens. Solomon's standing there with just like a handful of what seems to be scrap. Oh, luft, excellent. I require your assistance.
sick, what are you doing?
I apologize if I roused you from your sleep.
No.
I have
Trey was
explained
doing
my
hair.
issues with the new form of which I seek. My armor is too heavy for me.
Yeah,
However,
don't worry, I'll build you rocket boots.
No, I have prepared a solution.
Oh. Ooh.
Be up before dawn. I will call on you then. I need your small hands and dexterous fingers as it is. Mine seem, well,
Yes, she's
strong.
actually doing this while you're in
Yes. Just thank you, Liv. Just like that. Now, I will return at dawn, or before it, to collect you.
Do you want me to bring the Aether?
Bring whatever you must. However, I believe I have the materials I require.
Yes, sick. She
At which point Solomon
looks
will not
like
return to
Lloyd
the bed with
back.
you. He will go. Is there a courtyard or something out the back, preferably? Preferably facing west.
No, not really.
Okay, is there an open area that he can go just within
You
the
can
city?
go out onto the street itself.
West.
It needs to be slightly enclosed, just not like public thoroughfare, so it'll be quite up in the morning.
Probably not where, not probably the wall of the city that you're
Is
in.
there a window in the room that I was in?
Yes.
That'll do.
What is that? What?
I guess I'll just stick in there.
Straw.
Is Nemu bunking with anyone or is she alone?
Aren't you with girls?
Would I be?
Big punchy.
Fellas?
I don't know what they're doing.
Would I be
Punching
bunking?
hands?
Would I be bunking with anyone or is Nemu alone?
Who is Nemu with?
Kalithu does.
Yeah.
Because normally it'd be Marley, I think.
Yeah. Because Molly's gone with.
How we get Luft and Trey just start talking about types of hands.
Yeah.
Just comes back in and goes,
It's nothing.
Dexterous.
It's nothing significant. It's just Nemu being like, would that be okay me playing my instruments and getting practice?
Yeah, of course, I do not mind.
And I'll be playing my handheld harp and my lyre.
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm probably at a desk if there is one writing something on a book, which is what I'm writing right now.
So there's a very gentle stairway to heaven.
okay, me bring my katana.
Solomon, I have to discuss something with you.
As Solomon, once again, he's still like, you can see him just smacking parts together, sometimes fitting pipes. What is it, Farina?
Well, I'm slightly concerned about your actions earlier today.
My actions?
Oh, yes. You see, when you noticed that funny symbol on Tywin's neck, you seem to have overreacted somewhat.
Farina, do you understand what that symbol was doing?
From what you guys said, it was like some sort of funky ear that he had.
Precisely. Through it they could hear anything that we could, or that indeed that Tywin could in the vicinity.
I feel as though, like, holding Tywin in a chokehold against a wall is a little bit overkill. Especially since it didn't solve the problem.
It did not, but it was required to alert him and the rest of the party as to the danger that we faced. Had you not known, had he not known, who knows what we might have inadvertently revealed.
I believe that a simple sentence would have revealed much the same information. I feel as though there's something more at play here, Solomon.
Pray tell, Tarina, how would you convey a sentence that you are being listened to without it being heard? As such, I believe my actions were.
Now, see here. I know at least one person in our group of buddies can write. Probably you too, actually.
Indeed, I did, after ensuring Tywin did not ask any stupid questions as he is prone to.
Still unnecessary, Solomon. I feel as though you have some sort of unresolved grievance against Tywin, perhaps.
Tywin is... I do respect him, indeed. While I cannot always agree with his methods, the results he achieves are often very much impressive.
Thank you.
Finally,
You don't hear this. You don't get shit.
Finally, some
I
character
assure you,
fucking
Tarina, if
understands.
I have any issue with Tywin's conduct, I will seek your counsel.
I'm just making sure. I get worried, when I see these violent outbursts happening just out of the blue, seemingly.
And blessed are you for your gentle nature.
Anyway,
Jesus.
you have a good rest. I'm gonna keep a bit of an eye on you tonight, just to make sure that everything's alright.
I would entreat you do the same. I suspect I shall be working much of the evening.
Oh, that's quite alright. I don't need to sleep.
Well, I do apologize for any noise I make all the same.
No worries. It's not a
Solomon's
bother.
hands start to glow as he welds brass together just by squeezing it.
That's cool.
Makes you think I'm fucking violent. I was very, very pointedly doing something, but you're like, oh, he's chokeholding. Anyway, continue. Damn. Can't be one moral compass around here. No. Oh no.
No, fuck you.
No moral compasses in my party.
Tyron kills a kid. Oh man, it was unlucky. I shake his hand too hard. Whoa. Anyway.
Scary robot
Tarina,
man.
as you not sleep, but
Racism is
just go to take your
Can you be racist?
Shut up.
Tarina, as you go to take your rest, not sleep, a familiar tiefling-esque figure with like a ruby-like red skin appears in front of you. Well, hello. How have you been?
Oh, I've been just fine. How about yourself? It's been a while.
Yes, it has. I come seeking a conversation as my what's the word? Proteges. As my proteges often have with their associates.
Well, I am always happy to chat. What's on your mind?
Well, I've seen you roam the world with some sort of a purpose of your own, and maybe I'm thinking I can help you with some of that. You seem quite fluent with your words, so maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement where you gather cater to the needs of the many, and that would give you some power. That would give me some power. I think this is a win-win-win situation we're at.
Win.
It's a win for the people you're helping, it's a win for you, and it's a win for me. That's 3 wins altogether.
Well, ain't that just dandy? And what would you propose, then?
Well, maybe I can at some point imbue some sort of power into you that would allow you to take the needs, manifest the needs of the
many, if you
of the many to reimburse your time and effort.
Hang on, have we been introduced before? Have we met?
This isn't happening in the same room.
Wait a minute, who are you?
Genuinely thinking that this might be my patron, but maybe it's not. I'm not sure.
It's been a while, and then next minute is going, have we met?
Yeah.
No. You recognize this person. This is your patron.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Why are we signing an additional contract? Hang on.
No, you're not signing a contract right now. She's saying she can give you the power to help other people.
Oh.
Okay,
so it actually is my patron.
This
Okay.
is me
I thought
playing
this-
out the level 6 ability use.
Okay, I thought it was a different person. I'm sorry.
But yes, I can imbue you with the ability to manifest the wants and the needs of others.
Well, that's just dandy. But what do you get out of all of this?
Well, you've heard the saying that, I'd die to have this or I'd die to have that. Some people would mean that literally. Some people would literally sign their essences away to further their need for wealth or power, artifacts. And maybe you can be the middleman, so to speak.
Well, that seems appropriate.
Think of me as the shop owner, and you're my employee.
All right.
People come to the shop, and they're like, and you can see the more you talk to her, the more she's mimicking who you are. Like you can see facial features and stuff like appear to like mimic yours, and she generally just starts to morph to look more like you, sound more like you. But yeah, think of myself as the shop owner. Think of yourself as the employee, and everyone out there is your willing customers. You've just gotta sell the product, and the income we split together. You get some benefits. I get some benefits. Everyone wins.
Well, that seems appropriate. I don't think there's anything to read into there.
Well, I'll be in touch, but just let me just say, I'm a big fan of your work.
Well, I'm a big fan of you. You seem very nice. And totally psychologically stable.
Well, if I do need any psychological help, I know who to come to.
Well, that's just it.
And
Happy to be of
with
service.
a kind of slow like rise up of flames, the flames kind of like build up around her, and then she kind of like melts back into them.
Bye-bye. Have a good sleep.
Bye, bitch.
Wow, what a nice lady.
So did you just become a retail worker? What?
Yes. But we're also level 5.
Yes.
Yes.
What she's saying that welcome to level 5. In the future, if you are still interested, I can give you the ability.
Right.
You can become a shop owner.
You work your way up the corporate ladder, and then you're not being exploited anymore.
Yeah.
You exploit other people,
Yeah.
and then you become the leader of Amazon.
I can become the giant cup at the top of the trickle-down economy.
But to be actually writing deals.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
As
I
opposed
love
to
the
a
idea of,
pooper
like,
scooper.
just a crossword.
So essentially what
Tomato
happens at level 6, you can
it's like
write
when you call-
lesser devil contracts. And that gives you minor buffs. And then also gives you patron. Which but yes.
I've sent you a thing on Messenger about what he wrote on this
She's got a lot
diary.
of strong lesbian energy.
Who?
Trey. She's got like strong lesbian energy.
Is it the chicken?
It's because of
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chickens are like a lesbian.
Chicken's gay.
tendency.
Sir, are you a lesbian?
Sir, I said sir.
Sir,
Sorry.
you need to. This is an interview.
Yeah, so you just go to sleep after writing that in your diary? Yeah.
Are you a lesbian?
So you guys can mark off a long rest. You get your use of lucky and stuff back, lay on hands.
You see, the thing about girls with chickens is that, of course, they're lesbian because they already have enough cock in their life.
Everything makes sense now.
If
You're
me
thinking
and Travis
long-
got
no,
chickens,
how long's
what
the
would
short
I
rest
do?
is an
Would I
hour?
still be
An
lesbian?
Short rest is an hour, long rest is
So just checking in the future.
Does that make me bi?
Because a short rest takes an hour.
Yes.
But a short rest like an hour.
Oh, we don't need a chicken for that.
If I get a channel divinity back, and I only need to sleep for 6
Sorry,
hours
that was
a night,
terrible.
as opposed to
No, that
8
was
hours.
perfect.
Does that mean that each night, if I haven't done that, can I take a short
No, no,
rest?
no.
What?
So
Well, that's when you have chicken.
the long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah,
to
sure.
sleep for 6 hours, but you still need to take an additional 2 hours of just vibing.
Oh,
That's
that
what processing.
Hey, long rest, irrespective of what your race says, are always 8 hours.
Okay, so you
Just-
take it. You just
You
don't
can
actually
spend
have
those
to
2
sleep.
hours keeping watch. That is why it's 6 time out.
Okay.
Trey's a lesbian because chicken is all the gosh she eats.
Glad to hear it, kiddo. Also, I really like these. They're like a bit bigger than those ones. They're nice.
Yeah?
This is what I wanted to learn today.
Oh, that was the big reveal. Chicken's gay.
Speaking of which, there's something I want to do when we get up, just before we start.
Sure. Go for it.
Um,
Yeah, mark off your long rest, everyone.
I already marked them.
Yes, I've done the thing.
Indeed, it has been done.
Indeed.
Before Callie or anyone's awake, Nina's just gonna have like a piece of paper and a pencil, and she's just gonna be like drawing something. And
You've got no dick.
you can, if Kali's awake, you can see her like casting prestidigitation and making like. Can I make a thing of Trey?
Sure.
She's like making an image of Trey and like going.
It has
back
to be like palm size, so like it has to be like a little
Yeah,
hologram.
so she's like on her hand she's got like a little tray, and then she's also just like going back to like doing something, and she's just going yes, like, and then she gently looks and goes, Callie,
Yes.
what kind of
You're up, Ellie.
good morning. What kind of flowers do you think Trey has in her hair today?
I'll need to see Trey to answer that.
That's a good point.
Guess, Callie.
And then
Yes.
she like swashes a piece of paper in your face. Do you think this looks accurate?
Yes.
Holy shit!
That's
Yeah, I said the same. I just.
Holy shit, Devin!
What do you mean, holy shit, bitch? Look at this.
Show us.
That's the point. Yeah.
Holy-
I reckon that's cracking.
I literally just went, I'll just fucking draw Trey's face.
Damn, she isn't doing it.
Holy fuck!
She like, do you think this looks accurate?
Trey got
very much,
DSL,
yes.
she's
How
a lesbian.
did,
It's
when,
another one
how
for
long
the
did that
gays.
take you?
It took me since couple hours ago. I'm not much of an artist, so I had to rub it out and start again.
No. You need to show this to Trey.
Yeah, are you sure? I don't think I got her face shape right.
You got her what?
I don't think I got her face shape right, and I think that her lips are kind of too big. And I don't know how to draw her shoulders, but I tried anyway.
Such broad shoulders.
That makes no
Strong
sense.
lesbian.
She wields a great sword.
She really does. Her back muscles would
Or
be
she
on
wields.
par with like Gerald's, dude. Like, God damn.
On your diary, as you look upon it, you just have the words "what is," "what was," and "what will be" written on there. And like, kind of like.
Oh my god, you're playing Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Wow! Calithal is playing Jeopardy.
Important.
This is important, okay?
Only.
And then the next line is, "Everyone runs out of time eventually."
Whoa, that's
Okay,
unfortunate.
cool.
What?
On Calithul's diary, it says, "What is, what was, and what will be. Everyone runs out of time eventually."
Wow.
What is death, Alex?
Do you want to see how
Imagine dying.
Couldn't be me.
What is
Sorry.
this?
I beg your pardon.
I'm just built.
Miscarriage to death.
It's just in the middle.
Miscarriage
We
to
don't.
death.
That was.
I didn't want to say anything in case I heard that wrong, but okay.
We don't see it.
To death.
Anyway, you guys all wake up, feeling a bit rejuvenated.
Trey.
Can Solomon get up an hour before dawn and
Yeah.
conscript?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So
So-
she'll go like,
As you, yeah, you just a very thump 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 on your door. It is time.
oh, this is-
Hurry up, Luff.
It's fine, I'm going. Sol, where's my,
Your
it's-
tools, and he holds up like what seems to be a belt, but it could well just be your pants.
Where did you,
Don't stress about it. You don't have time. Just go.
Come,
okay.
child. We must complete the work before the sun rises.
Yes.
And over the next hour.
Isn't your deity a sun god?
Doesn't he make the sun
Doesn't
shine?
he? But don't you, wait, you need,
It's the Candyman.
Son.
yeah, No, she's standing with a book like that. She's like, wait, but you, son.
These are blasphemous augmentations.
Oh.
He mustn't know.
You need the sun, don't you?
I will for the final part of this ritual, yes.
But there's no sun.
There will be, child, which is why we must make haste.
Okay.
Throughout the morning,
God.
you find them up in his room. He's basically got two giant, what looks almost like engine blocks, complete with exhaust pipe on top and everything.
Oh, holy shit.
Huge handfuls of piping, tiny little actuators, all that seem to either be pneumatic or hydraulic. You can't really tell which.
Okay.
And a handful of little gyros, and they all sort of form this big exoskeleton, which is part bolted onto him and part of him.
That's fucking
Goes down the sides of his legs, brass tubing, like curves and stuff. You can see once again, sort of steam-powered bits down right at the bottom.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he helps you. The
wonderful.
main bit that he needs help is throughout his armor. He's not just added these externally, but internally. So on the plates, he can now shift the
Okay.
plate back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Which
so
makes
you need
it-
to make it like...
This will let me almost react to blows. I suspect it shall severely dampen their impact. So now the plates will shift when he takes a blow. Like you'll see his whole thing lock up.
Yes.
Wherever there's a cylinder or a servo or a gauge, he draws a matching sigil on the joint and on the arm so that they sort
Okay.
of bind together. And with each of them, it's
okay.
incantations, rituals throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right before he gets out, he throws open the window. It's like, can the roof support me? You reckon? Or is it? It's not like a solid.
Only one way to find out.
I'm trying to get more sunlight, basically. Could I get out onto the
Yeah,
roof? Basically?
that's something you're gonna have to find out by testing. You can't guesstimate that.
Is it like when the window opens? It's like a sheer wall. It's not like the top of a thing.
Well, no, it's like you're like on like not the top floor, so it'd be like looking up. There's a few more floors and looking down.
That's right. I can't be bothered. Right. In that case, he'll throw open the window as wide as he can, get as much of the sunlight in, and hands, which I believe I do have from that big thing of brass I had. Hands Luft, having had you fix all the small bits together that he can't reach, especially ones on his back where there's two big attachments collide. There's this one very distinct sigil, which seems to be, it's almost like a combination between a tree and a sun.
Cool.
Meaning like, that's drawn right between his shoulder blades and his spine.
Okay.
He hands you a giant polished brass mirror, a concave one.
Yeah.
So he says, all I need you to do now is direct the light so it lands on my sigil.
Yes.
And this will be done. And so as the sun rises, and I'm hoping it comes through the window the right way,
Sure.
basically stands basking in its
I mean,
rays,
you've got to want, yeah.
It picks the
salutes the sun.
Praise the
Exactly
sun.
the wrong room. Yeah.
Halos, light, give me strength. In your name I go. And as the sun finally hits him, you see all these little bits of sigils that he's drawn on him. They start to light up.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you point the mirror correctly at the back of it.
Yeah,
You see this, there's this concentrated beam that sort of goes in, and it's sort of, it's very bright to see.
Yeah.
You pass it over the sigil, and then of course, at some point his shadow sort of covers it because the sun's still going through him.
Yeah.
But you notice the sigil hasn't actually got any less bright. In fact, it almost seems as though the sun is now not just coming through the window, but through him.
Jesus.
His entire form starts to glow for about a half second.
She's just there.
Yeah, look very much almost blind hiding behind this thing.
Solomon's head is now a disco ball.
With one last invocation of Palor's name, there's a roaring as you see like almost parts of Aether on him once again glow even brighter.
Oh yeah, because I gave you the...
I don't think I used that. I don't think
No, you have, also the Aether
I
isn't.
can't give him that.
No, you can,
No,
sure,
directly.
but the Aether isn't like something you can just take. It's inside the device.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Like, as in, but I can't utilize that for him.
You could try it.
Maybe
You could go
not
wrong.
for this one, I
Right.
reckon, but
Yeah.
in future we'll give it a go.
Yes.
That's very important. I'm going to keep note of what you just said.
Yeah, the Aether isn't something like you can just like pull out like a little syringe of it. It's like
That was for the centrifuge, wasn't it?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
built into the centrifuge
Because
itself.
it sloshes
You'd have to,
it-
you'd have to
yeah.
you'd have to extract it somehow, and then like
We'll figure out how the
cork it up.
centrifuge works. Yeah. Anyway, at that point, you you finally sort of cower out from behind this bronze shield that he's given you, and you see he's down on the ground, just sort of bent, kneeled, and he starts to rise, and it's this horrible jarring at first, almost like the parts are working against him or against each other at first, but eventually you hear it.
Oh, it's
Huge
actually slides.
hisses of steam, at which point he stands tall. For once, you can see he's not having to struggle with the weight of his armor. And he looks
that's sick. Yeah.
fully upgraded at this point.
So Luft is standing there, and she's like, "Bravo." So I like Paylor. That's all she says.
As should all.
When did you build like all of the? You know, you could have asked me. I'm more than happy to help you. What is the mirror? What?
I'm sure, while I cannot fully explain the religious aspects of this ritual, it takes a great deal of work to enhance my form.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I know that. I was thinking we could go for steam, like, later. That might be better. I still think the boots will be great, because now
This
that
has
you can
been
handle
a
this.
temporary improvement that I need to handle the new weight of my armor.
Yeah?
I am sure it will be more in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, where did you get this mirror? Like, literally, she's just holding it. She's going, how did you, like,
I
where
made
did
it.
you...
It's literally just like it's just like a piece of like very polished
She's just
rounded
wondering
brass.
where you had the time to, like, make this. She's
Bro,
like,
I've got the I can make
okay.
Channel Divinity.
Yeah.
every fucking hour.
She doesn't know, because she's never seen, like, religion. No,
No, she's watched me do it. You've watched me do it.
yes,
before.
but she's doesn't quite,
Doesn't
like...
understand it. The whole
Yes.
transmutation
Well,
aspect.
because she's a science.
You just
wizard.
always assume that it's like, here's one I prepared earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's a science wizard. She's
I will
not
do my
like
best
a...
to include you in the ritual next time I perform it. Look,
Make an arcana check.
cannot fully explain.
Okay. Arcana.
Are we stealing Olivia's dice again?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
16.
16? You notice that though the ritual itself was a success, while you were installing some of the the finer parts of Solomon's construction, there are some parts of Solomon that didn't like renew or like get upgraded. Like there are internal parts that are still deeply rusted. There are still parts that just for some reason will not change.
He's very distinctly old.
Yeah, he's very old.
You see that even after the ritual is complete, there are still parts of Solomon that are locking up.
Okay. Well, she sees that and she squints. She goes, well, it's good that you've done the outside. That'll help for the moment. It'll give you more stability, but I don't think your insides are actually going to be able to keep up.
As Luft talks to you, for maybe like what to you feels like 5 seconds, you just completely like blank out. Like your vision like goes dark, and then like 5 seconds later you come back. But for Luft, Solomon conked out for like maybe a minute or two.
I appear to have
Oh, you're back. Okay.
lapsed. What? Sorry? You were saying my form was
Yeah.
undoubtedly still requires work. However, I am sure that given time and maybe more of these rituals with your aid,
Oh, yeah.
I will be restored to the glory that I once held as a working bot.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll put it this way. Externally, you can do the thing. But internally, I think we're gonna need to, like, actually open you up and click. I don't know. How do I power you down? Is there any way? Do you just meditate? Do you just... Will you feel if I... How do I unlock, like, your panel so I can
There
actually
is a
get
certain level of access I can grant to my form, be
Is
it,
flirting?
be it removing panels or...
fucking 12?
Do you want to access my panel, or are you just happy to see me?
You may have seen me... Wait, have you seen me before with this armor? Did I introduce him like that? I can remove
Yes.
limbs
No.
and certain components entirely, however, it is not, of course, easy for me to replace them myself.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean your like, endoskeleton.
As said, I can certainly open parts of my form given time, however, it's...
If you're a very old model, I think the only thing that I would be worried about, you've probably got a lot of wires going on there or something, a lot of weird gears and machinations. I don't know, I'll have to...
I could
I'll
not
think
say
of
I
something.
fully understand how my form works, which is, of course, the issue in trying to create more Warforged. Makes it somewhat difficult.
Once again, what for you feels like 5 seconds. This time it's like 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, like Solomon's just like,
Yeah.
and then you come back and you're just talking in.
Indeed, it's... Luft, why has the sun changed? We performed this at dawn.
You're randomly powering down. I think you're actually struggling to keep up with your modifications. So you know what? We're gonna start this now. I want to see if there's a way with like perception or whatever it is you want me to do. Actually, yeah. Can I do a perception to see if I can like start accessing any of or like
It'd be more of an investigation.
investigation.
Sure.
Okay.
May
Yeah.
I just like assist her by giving her access to whatever part of media she's looking
Yeah,
at?
you know yourself best, so
Yeah.
With
it's a point
advantage?
to
You
see.
can have advantage.
Investigation with
Arms open up.
advantage. Yep. Oh.
Can you lucky?
You can luck
Oh yeah, I'm gonna lucky it.
So just one.
Adds one more.
roll one more dice.
Oh yeah.
And then choose the highest.
That's the highest.
12.
Okay.
Oh sorry.
13.
13.
You could definitely you can definitely access the inner workings of Solomon. You don't know how much pain it would cause Solomon.
Yeah.
But it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
If you would like to try.
Yeah. So Luft is gonna go. All right. So I think I've found it, but I don't actually know. So you've never opened this, right?
I have performed brief repairs, but the most internal workings of my form have largely acted on their own.
Yeah, I figured so. So the problem is I do not know how this works with Warforged. I don't know how wired you are to your insides, as in, for a human, we feel everything that happens internally. But for you, I don't know if that's going to be the case.
I have
Well,
not.
like a nervous system, nerve endings, all that sort of problematic garbage where we feel things, meh, meh, meh. But you may or may not have that.
While I can certainly interpret damage to my form, I have not felt what you would describe as pain in my lifetime.
Sick. And then so she's gonna open it.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
Dexterity?
May I also do the whole, open up chest plate to her, or is that not going to help?
I think this has to be flat. I'll just turn.
Or 2.
You can lucky it.
Yeah,
If you so choose.
Yeah.
I should probably.
Solomon takes 47 bludgeoning.
I don't want to risk.
Solomon
Yeah.
dies.
Solomon.
You cut the red wire.
Or at
Straight
least
up
halfway to that
dead.
at this point, yeah.
Oh boy.
What the heck?
Holy crap! No, the 2 was better.
Yeah, the 2 is better.
The 2 was better.
What is?
So you can choose the 2. You can choose
I'm
the
gonna
2.
take my dice back now.
Yeah, I'll use the 2.
Right, so that's a total of 2.
Yep.
You don't hurt Solomon by any means, but the construction techniques used on Solomon are they predate you. They predate your generation.
You cannot understand how some of these parts both fit together and
Yeah.
still move. It's
Like-
that gear is just locked. How the fuck is it turning?
Yeah. So
I take it you have not had much success.
no, it's not that. I just don't. I have not successfully taken in what it is I am seeing because honestly, you were built by monkeys. she's like, just a whole They let out a barrel of monkeys. Oh my goodness! And she can I sort of get in there, or is he?
Make a.
Oh, Jesus! I swear to God.
There'd be some pretty rancid roast in there by this stage.
No, that was in the container.
That was a different-
That's mostly been tipped out. That's the also one he can
Make a
remove.
sleight of hand check. Make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. 16.
You can get in there, but because you couldn't get the plate off, you're basically working blind. So while your hand is there, you
Just
can't
feel around.
see.
Do I recognize any of these pieces?
I want to use. So I remember what happened to me last night. And I go, oh, hold on a second. I want to turn my arm into slime.
No. So how it works is all of you turns into slime.
All
or
of
no?
it?
Yes. You.
Oh, for
No.
fuck's sake.
That's way too useful.
That's too useful.
No, just
Oh,
get right
for
in there.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, but then when you reform, you die.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No. So when the
Okay,
slime thing
never mind
happens,
then.
all of you become slime.
Oh,
How long's
okay.
the last one?
Minute.
That's fine. You can fix things in a minute, right?
Yeah, but she can't do it in slime form.
Yeah, I can't. I'm literally like a
Unless
a
you
ball
just
of
need.
slime.
You know the problem is, Solomon just needs to get lubed up, and
Yeah.
with slime, you'll lube up all the joints perfectly to keep up. There you go.
Let's just leave that, please.
Don't say that. Or do I have anything that would be like? Have I got a fucking can of WD-40 somewhere? Or
It's not that your hand is stuck. No, your hand isn't stuck.
No, but I want to like make things. I want to try and like grease things so that they can move if
I
possible.
think there's a spell for that.
Yeah.
It's called grease.
Sorry.
No, don't worry.
You can definitely try. You don't know what benefit it would have, so
I
sure.
suspect we might have to leave this task.
You can definitely
to a
try. You
time
just
where
don't know
we
what
have
effect it would have because
to-
again,
we're
you don't
both
understand
better
what it's
prepared and better equipped to
Image.
do so.
It's
Well-
a scene from WandaVision with a gun.
So Luft comes out. She says, "Well, that's kind of the problem. If you're already having up to 5-minute blackouts now, we don't know how long it's going to make you shut down for later."
I suspect these are nothing but temporary issues. I am still calibrating myself to adjust for this new form. It will be fine, Luft.
I mean,
We must persevere.
well, we will, but it's going to be a lot easier to persevere if we try and figure out what's going on now. I may not have all the know-how, but if I can at least start somewhere, then this could work.
As you wish.
Cool.
So you want a WD-40 Solomon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to just study me first so you can get like a better back? Oh, I
Well,
see.
that's what she's doing. Essentially, what she's doing is she's trying to see if she can move anything and understand how everything comes together, and she's trying to look at what parts go to where as
Make
well.
an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Please come I'm gonna use my last lucky.
Oh, Thea's very
We
glad
just had
to
a
hear
long
that.
rest.
You're like, oh, I know what I can do. I can get rid of all this
We
shit.
just had a long rest.
Then I won't have to worry about it for the whole rest of this combat day.
It's a third lucky, right?
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wait, you already used to?
Yep.
Yep.
She got a 1 with one of them. Was great.
Hopefully we won't need luck for the rest of the day.
4.
Should we rename it?
Yeah.
I think lucky's very apt.
I haven't touched
Okay.
those dice. I have nothing to do with this.
You looked at them.
Have you touched Rommy's phone recently?
Can I get you to make a Constitution saving throw? As grease is poured down your or inside.
Get drunk.
16.
Get drunk.
You're not making it, I
Get
am.
drunk.
It
Get
slushes
drunk.
him.
26 for the natural 20.
26 for
Jesus.
You didn't give Romy that luck.
Fuck off. You're not the one making con saves.
Have fun shutting down every 30
Yeah,
minutes,
despite
bitch.
Romy's best efforts to sabotage you, it actually makes things work.
Oh, no.
Better.
She very not knowing what she's doing just pours like a cup of like WD-40 and so you're like for a bit, but then you're like it just kind of like trickles down like your leg and just comes out like past your heel.
You're gonna say something else, yep.
Like pee.
Solomon just tries to like rotate his joints as he goes, flex and everything. I do not believe this has made much of a difference, Luft.
Yeah, me neither. It's like, yeah, me too.
Get the CB drop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, me neither. This is
Another
a
thought.
lot. I'm going to need to. The problem is that when you don't know when you're going to black out, we don't know when you're going to black out. I don't know if there's intervals for when you black out. I have no idea. I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna. And she just keeps. She's basically just sketching things now and sort of like making notes and seeing what she can. So if there is a library here or any kind of mechanic that I can visit, well, the problem is that if I go to a mechanic now, they probably won't have the things for you because you're really. So I'll try and I'll figure it out. Yes, she's just mumbling to herself now. Yeah. Robots. Why? What is this?
Anyway,
Don't flinch.
I believe we should reconvene with the other members of our party.
Yeah, no, I think so too. Just hold still. She is like still going. All right, cool. We'll go to someone else.
Meanwhile, Tywin is woken up early in the morning, and he like looks over at Marley, who's probably still
Passed
sleeping,
out conscious.
probably still asleep on the end of the bed. He sits on the side of the bed and just opens up his bag and gets out. Oh no! Well, actually, reaches beside his bag and grabs his short sword, and he just starts sharpening it like he does most mornings. And then
Literally an edgelord.
And then he grabs his favorite bolts and begins to like sharpen the edges of those.
He has favorites?
Yeah.
Does he name them?
No.
Julianne.
Because he's not fucking 12.
He named a bunch of dead fucking rats?
They had names before they were
They
dead.
had names before they were dead.
Wait, do you still
Oh
have
my
the rats?
god.
Sorry?
Do you still have the rats?
They're dead.
We had a funeral.
I don't know. Okay, just in case he like was like, I just
We
keep them with
buried
me.
them.
just in
You made the funeral video.
Oh yeah, I did.
Devin did, and Namu didn't.
The Avara
Yeah, but
was
I'm
a
talking
big
to Devin right now. And then he reaches inside and he grabs out Neavara's dagger. And can I get a description of Neavara's dagger, Devin?
fan. It was ivory, I think, and it had a gem in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what gem, so I'm just gonna say like opal because it sounds cool. And I like to think of it as a pretty elegant looking dagger. Like it's kind of like ivory white, and it's kind of like decorative with like the opal in the handle. Is that right?
Yeah. You've also noticed that no matter how much Neavara used it, it never seemed to get dirty,
Degrade or at all,
degrade.
yeah.
The blood didn't adhere to it, like dry up on it. So it's like the handle's ivory. It's got that like really snaking like hilt with like a little like opal downside like embedded into the pommel.
Okay. So he takes a close look at it and he holds it up to the light and just.
Do you attune to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
I forgot that hadn't already happened, but yes.
Yeah, it's a dagger returning.
Yes, I've got that.
So yeah, when you throw it, it returns to you. Free action. This one. Yeah.
And then he just looks at it really closely, sees how nice it is. He reaches across to Marley and just like slightly like slashes across to get a little bit of fur, and just sees how it like slices through the fur.
Stabbing a sleeping cat. That sounds helpful.
Not stabbing.
Not
slashing.
stabbing, slashing at the fur.
Stabbing.
Kill.
Marley's got plenty of fur, it's fine.
Yeah, it just cuts clean through.
And then he looks and he goes,
As you attune to it, the handle itself like kind of like shifts slightly to fit your grip better.
and then he tosses it at one of the targets and watches it as it embeds itself within the target. And then he feels it just like naturally go back to his hand.
Does it like fly back or does it just disappear?
No. So like you feel like kind of like a like an invisible tether like tugging at you, and then it kind of like in like a puff of like similarly like white smoke disappears there and reappears in your hand.
Okay, so it is disappear a bit. Can you like fake it out? Fake people out with it? You're like that, and then it just goes disappears there.
Yeah.
And make it appear in your other hand. Wouldn't they stab me with that one?
Yeah, I don't even need this.
So he looks at it and he goes, she had good taste. And then he begins, like, even though it doesn't need it at all, he begins like sharpening it out of habit.
It actually just starts carving at the sharpening block that you're using. Like it's
doesn't matter to him. And then he.
Are you just giving all of your dice to Romy?
Don't stress over here, okay? Don't worry about it.
And then he puts it away into like a nice little slot in his armor, so it's easily accessible. And then he takes out some of his fabric, and he slices it into a horizontal strip and wraps it around his neck like a scarf, and sort of like makes sure it's like quite tight around his neck. And then he goes over to Marley and like gently nudges Marley and goes, "Hey, wake up, little tabaxi thing."
Tabaxi thing.
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta go.
Tywin's been shooting shit all night as the tired one. Marley's just slept peacefully through it.
And then Tywin heads over to the other tavern where they are, but like sort of just like holds his neck the entire time like that, putting pressure on that section.
Yeah.
Can Nemu go back to Callie again?
Sure.
He goes, Callie, I drew you this time.
Oh my god!
Fancy.
What do you think?
It's so cute. That's adorable.
It's so cute. It has like a okay picture picture of like Trey, and then she draws the rest.
Yay!
It's amazing. I love the size of my head compared to the size of my head.
Why is everything that Calathor says so just like sassy? Whether it's intentional or unintentional,
You'll
he
never know.
like
You'll never know.
his edgelord.
Should I
just-
show Trey?
I love it.
Do you want it? I'll let
I'll
Calliope.
keep it in my book for it.
Draw Calliope next.
Please God no.
Can I also go and find Trey and show her?
Can we classify that as animal cruelty?
You know that one,
Yes.
you know that one picture of like the guy that did the incredibly good thing of like the vase of flowers, and then there's like a cat with a human face. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, have you seen that one where it's like the horse and then just the like?
Yes,
yeah.
also that.
Can I go and find Trey?
Yeah.
Trey is. It's one of the rare occasions that Trey's not wearing her chainmail and she's just got on this like a brown tunic and she's outside with Chicken just going "Bark, bark, bark,"
Wait,
as
Chick-
Trey is just
I thought you meant-
practicing her swings.
And then like Trey's doing the buck.
Yeah, Chicken's instructing this like heavy like session of working on her form as she's just swinging like pretty profusely and
You'll notice that every time that Chicken bucks, he also jumps.
yeah. And it's like he's getting exercise as she's working on everything
And then we
else.
kind of like hesitantly lingers in the doorway, like she doesn't want it to disturb, and then she goes,
This isn't the way the camera is. It?
Trey?
This isn't the way the camera is.
Oh,
Let's focus on my
I'm
face.
sorry, I have a gift for you. And she hands you a piece of paper that has like the drawing of you, and it goes, I drew you after my playing session. I thought I'd do some art, and I drew you. I also drew Calithal. Maybe he'll show you. I think it's a bit abstract, but I think he likes it. So I kind of like him. Did you like it, or should I give it to you another time?
no,
She's just like,
and kind of just like half not looking at you, just thanks, never.
You're welcome.
Chicken, look.
Chicken's just
What do
like,
you think? Yeah. Is it accurate? Yeah. Nice. Well,
Nice.
if Chicken thinks it's accurate, then it's good, I guess. And she says that like kind of quietly, and then puts it down. Is there anything else?
no, that's just it.
Do you have a good sleep?
Yeah, it was okay. I usually wake up a little early to play to cardio, so still a bit tired.
That's okay. Chicken, we've got some great things to do today. Okay.
And she just kind of goes back and just goes to her like, morning routine.
you know, it doesn't help that we talked about how like shredded Trey would be because now that's I've just fallen into a pit. This doesn't help.
Yeah, no.
She would be so like
Buff.
tomboy
Yeah,
supremacy.
Like the tunic, you can see more of like the muscle
The muscle,
definition.
yeah.
I mean,
I believe in tomboy supremacy.
Frey is like the second strongest member of the party.
Yeah. She's just
Wait, I'm not
jacked.
stronger than Aaron.
Like,
Yes, you
yeah,
are.
you are now.
As of
Ah!
Bitch!
It ain't an ability modifier. I get up.
Woke up this morning, suddenly realized I'm buff as fuck now.
Ignore the WD-40 leaking down my leg.
You know, he's
though.
also like seg folding every 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as she
Segmentation
as soon
fault.
as she recognizes everyone's awake, she kind of like stops
It's all
training
self-conscious.
and kind of walks in and goes, I need everybody outside in 10 minutes.
Well,
Why-
when,
Never just turns around and goes back. And it's like,
Okay then.
well, when Nemi went off to find Trey, I was gonna go off to find Luft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, no, if she wait,
No, this would have been
Oh, she'll
after
be-
because I
okay.
assume this would be talking.
actually, there is a thing that I need to do. I completely forgot. I do need to just very quickly do a roleplay things, Sol. So while she's standing there doing the sketches, she just sort of stops and she goes, V, how does your god do with protection?
In what regard?
So,
Halos like guides and shines upon those who need it.
well, can he stop me from becoming a puddle of jelly?
Is this something you do often, Luft?
Honestly, no. But like, it's kind of weird. I don't know. I became like, so Trey did this, and I went, and then suddenly I was jelly.
Trey did what?
No. Listen, jelly cup me. Do you know what jubilant? Do you know what? She stops saying because she almost says the name and goes.
Do you know what jelly is?
Yeah, you know what jelly.
Do you know what jelly is?
Look, if I asked for a form of divine intervention.
I know a simple prayer that wards you from external influences, especially those not native to this plane.
Sick, because my face is kind of gonna go bye-bye. And my whole soul as well. And I found out that the reason why I can't speak is probably because of this being, and I don't know why still. But I should probably not let it eat my face.
If you need it immediately, I regret that I do not have the required components prepared. It will take me at least a day.
No, it's fine. Does he have like a...
I will see if I cannot make you a simulacrum or simple sigil that will ward you from evil.
Has he got like a business card? How do I contact him?
I'm not exactly sure you can contact a god for the simple case of a business card, and maybe see Tywin for that.
Does Tywin have a thing? Okay. Alright, well,
I will do what I can, Luft. I feel your plight, but I do not know exactly how to protect you from this influence.
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, maybe being a puddle will be useful at some point, but like... Yeah, this is... Yeah. It's fine. We'll come back to this. And she just keeps sketching and muttering.
Indeed.
Cool. Alright, let's go on to the other thing.
Character.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were about to leave the room,
I've probably left by now, yeah.
So if you, as you're about to open the door, as you open it, the first thing you see is Calliope flying at your face, and then flying just up before she hits you. And the next thing you see is me standing behind, also looking like I was about to open the door. Luft, you're here.
Why the fresh fucking hell? Climb! Oh my god! I can't. Trey said not to swear. What the fresh heck? You're very cute. Luft like goes and does pats. Yes. Can I? Yes.
He's here too. That's actually useful. I wanted to talk to you about
the thing?
Yes.
Thing. So like Trey spoke to me in what she called draconic. She spoke lizard at me and I turned into jelly. I agree. She points at the cat.
You turned into jelly.
Yeah.
Like this.
Solomon, has she told you anything about this?
Luft also seemed to be concerned with Trey's ability to change her form, but I suspect it is not so much Trey as an influence upon Luft.
Okay, so I'm gonna write the word Jubilex on my diary, not show Luft.
Sure.
But show Solomon, and please don't say this out loud. Do you know anything about this?
You have asked me this name before, and while I do not... Do I know about this one?
You made a religion
I will
check
now
last time,
ask the
and
GM.
Couldn't remember much.
Okay.
Like, legend.
I know of their role, Lord of something, unpleasant for sure. I would not wish to contact an entity such as this directly.
That's probably a good idea. I apparently have access to contact him somehow.
I beg your pardon?
What? Wait, you've spoken...
What did I just say?
I didn't do this on purpose and I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, Calliope just perches on Solomon's head because Solomon just literally radiates heat always.
Yeah, that's true. She's just purring.
Gentle rattle from behind.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
It's like a space heater, just really bad one. Lord of Nothing, I believe he was referred as, however, that doesn't trigger it.
No.
Exactly how do you contact this being?
Maybe somewhat similar to your deity, I get my knowledge and power of magic from a being. It's not this one, but as an attempt to contact my patron, I somehow contacted.
I did not know you held a patron above you. I thought your power came from within. This
He's
is
got
news.
the big spooky patron.
This is news to me. However, I understand that your magic may be different to mine, and indeed the one affecting Luft.
If I'm completely honest, I know less about my patron than I know about the J word.
About J-Man, the dude downstairs.
You guys were asking him about what villain Jay would play. It's the J word.
The J-Man.
It's the J word.
The J word.
Makes slime noises. Well,
Yes. Would you call what's affecting Luft a curse? And would you have any way to figure that out?
it bears similarity to it. However, I believe in my previous investigations I have found no link, nor no magic I can detect, nor cancel out. I fear it may take a power higher than my own, or far more intensive research.
Luft, goes, see, that's the thing. And she, shuts the book that she's doing and she goes, it's an exchange. It has to be an exchange for something.
What were you gifted for the loss of your voice?
Not me. It might be someone else. That's what I'm thinking, because there's no reason. There's always an exchange, right? Deities don't do something for people without something in return. Trey does things for Kanos because Kanos gives her divinity and protection. You do things for Paylor because Paylor guides you and also gives you, really cool powers and lit exoskeletons, but unfortunately you now have a blackout feature.
And concerning
Whatever I am being offered for, I don't know. But it has to be something. I don't think it's that simple.
I understand your ideology. Indeed, Paylor only lights the way. We must take the steps ourselves. However, I would question what form of exchange you may have bartered, especially as a child.
Not me. It wasn't me. We've encountered other kids now who have something similar happen.
From what I believe, the victims have no knowledge or choice in the matter.
So my question is, who with a link to you is receiving the other end of this exchange?
Well, that's what I've been thinking as well, because it can't be someone in my tribe. We don't do any other form of magic. We do practical magic. We don't do as much of a mystical thing. We just build things and sell them and...
Who were you closest to?
Well, Rhea, but then all the other kids who I was around, it got along like siblings, so I never had any kind of ill will with anybody, but seeing as I was too young, well, I think maybe someone just decided that they wanted something.
They may well have taken advantage of your easily influenced state as a child.
Well, yeah, because I've been mute since I was 6.
Was there any significant event which brought this?
Nope, I just
loss
woke
of
up and I
speech?
couldn't speak.
Interesting.
And that's why my friendly, helpful voice toaster here speaks for me, who I love very much.
Indeed.
That's solves in the head.
Yeah, pat soaks on the head.
She knows she's doing finger gun, she's like...
Solipsism response.
I suspect this may take more investigation into the history of both you and your people. And indeed, if we can contact this Rhea you mentioned.
Well, that's the thing. I did try back in the city, but where we were before, but that lady was gone, and she also seemed to encounter that. And she's pointing to the ground, but she was obviously gesturing to Jubilix. So I didn't think Well, I'm skeptical of the fact that she could, and then it turns out she really could interact with something. So
Then
I could only send a message to Rhea. I don't know how to get anything back. I've heard nothing.
Then we forgo magical means and contact her directly.
How?
Can we not reach her?
We go home.
I live in Corona. That's too far.
I am sure that by Palor's light there is a way.
Does he do some sort of sunbeam travel? That'd be pretty neat.
Not to my knowledge, Luft, but there must be a method.
Thor style, like
Yeah,
Bifrost.
like Bifrost. Yeah, so just thinking of, well, I mean, as long as we can find out. I mean, I got really cool eyes now, and I could probably fit into a mug if I tried hard enough. That's pretty neat, but,
These are not necessarily the blessings they may first seem to be.
no, I'm really starting to think that there might be downsides to being able to fit into a mug. I might end up in someone's stomach one day. Yeah. That'd be gross. Then she just goes back to writing.
Well, the reason I came here, I don't think it's going to remove all influence of him, but I think I now know the spell that the cleric used to remove Tarina's hat.
What? The crown?
Yes.
I would be very intrigued to learn.
Yeah, how? Oh my god.
Well, as I feel myself get stronger, I seem to be learning more magic.
That's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat. It's also kind of scary.
Yeah.
Anyway, I cast Remove Curse on Luft.
Oh!
Sure.
Anyway.
Not a D100.
Anyhow.
If I'd known, then I could have synced it up with protection from good and evil. But...
No, I think it makes sense that Sol wouldn't quite know
yeah.
Well, I mean,
because
I've done
it's
that
a
on,
new age.
I've done that on one you
Take
once
the win.
before, and it
Never
has
makes
helped.
excuse.
Sorry?
7.
7.
Better than a 1. It's better than a 1.
Viral.
As the lavender, like the pale lavender energy, forms the runic sigil
Image.
Sigil in front of you and starts to wrap around Luft as like some sort of like blanket. The two of you in your head, you hear just a no, and the kind of as if fabric tearing, the magic that now envelops Luft tears in half, and nothing happens.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Wait, was that the same voice of Jubilex from
Somewhat, yes.
Okay.
What about I know you, huh?
Yeah. Bitch. Yeah, the Luft is just like,
Okay, yeah, I think we just contacted him again.
Solomon's like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Guys!
You know, he doesn't respond, but if he could move his face, eyes, or mouth, you would just get a very angry glower at you. Just
Oh god. Yeah.
You can just see the steam, right?
Yeah, the steam gets more.
yeah, there's a slight increase in the whir of the things, and like.
Alright. So that doesn't work.
Well, it was worth a go.
Yes, I know, it was reckless. I don't have holy magic. It's magic from one creepy being to defeat another creepy being.
No, it's fine. I imagine they probably know each other.
I probably...
Oh my god, they
expected that.
probably know each other.
Yeah. I think that's why I can contact.
Hey, do your gods like backstab each other? Because that'd be pretty useful. I could use a lot of stabbing.
That'd be sick.
That'd be pretty neat. Could you like get a coup in their realm going or something?
We'll see. I don't know if my own patron's on my side.
Oh.
That's concerning.
Oh.
Hey, do you want to join up?
Hey.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I guess we'll just have to see if Jellyman will let go at some point. But it was worth a shot. Maybe you just can't do it now, but once you get it more refined.
Maybe.
Because you are getting stronger, so...
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to try this on Trey too, but...
Yeah.
As you hear it, that's most probably when you hear, everybody downstairs, outside in 10 minutes! Let's go.
That's
it's
where we
down.
take a
I
break.
was about to say,
Yeah,
that's
we'll
when we'll take a break.
Okay, we will be back
Yes,
soon.
with some
In
noodles
10
tow.
minutes.
Yeah.
Less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely less than 10 minutes. Goodbye.
10 minutes.
Welcome back after our break. Now we are with food and drink.
The time,
Sufficiently
10
noodled.
minutes later.
Sufficiently
Everybody
noodled.
outside.
Yes, we return to our...
Important to note, this will probably only be 20 minutes until our next break.
Yeah. It's okay.
20 minutes till the next break?
Yeah, because
think so, 'cause-
Rumbox
Oh, right,
gotta
yes,
go
correct.
Gotta
at
go.
7:30.
That is correct.
We just went super over time for the last break. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we did start a bit late, so.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah, the
jump back
time,
in.
10 minutes later. Everybody, hopefully, is outside.
Yes.
Including the tavern people? Maybe.
The tavern keep comes outside.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting time. Location, the park. Why? Trees, flowers. Chicken and Trey have been hurriedly, in the 10 minutes, just setting up an intricate pattern of flowers and twigs and branches. Some in the shape of eyes, some in the shape of just general shapes, squares, rectangles, whatever.
Chicken.
Chickens.
Educational.
There's some chicken grain sprinkled around this kind of circle that they've formed. And finally, Trey puts chicken in the center and she turns around and immediately kind of gets a bit scared but breathes and just goes, okay, the task here is to find the research, whatever, or like kids. That's what we're here for. And I think the best option we had was to try and move around like to far off parts of the city in the shortest amount of time. And Chicken and I have been training for this day, and I feel like today is the day that it's gonna be accomplished. Are you ready, Chicken? And I turn around and I say evolve, and I cast Find Steed.
Sure. Yeah, do you want to explain the
And
transformation? Or
So,
should I?
so Chicken just kind of starts. What happens?
Trey, what have you?
What I envision here that happens is kind of all the flowers start to like meld and rush into the center where Chicken is, and Chicken starts to like glow really brightly and you can see the light just kind of start to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And as the light kind of dims out, you kind of have this form of a chocobo from Final
was about to
Fantasy.
say-
I knew it!
I was
like
gonna say
the
the
only
same
thing I
thing.
think of is a chocobo.
But in the colors of Torchic.
Jesus! It's a
And
Cheeto
in the
chocobo.
background, all that plays is I Will Always Love You by Celine Dion.
And so I'm gonna just send in chat.
Oh, please. I want to understand what I'm trying to picture here.
Have you never seen a chocobo from Final
No,
Fantasy?
I've only heard Robin.
They're like
refer
big
to them.
ostrich boys.
Yeah, like she had like a hat.
This is a Torchic form of a chocobo. This is what you see in front of you now.
Yeah.
And it's one of the rare occasions that you see Trey smiling as she goes, "We did it! It happened! Oh my god, boy, you did it!" And she's like,
He responds to a well.
"You cute little baby, you grow!"
Love just standing there like,
And the vines that normally are his collar have now become the reins,
Do you like the
to which
ball?
when she sits on top of him, is what she uses to steady him into the direction.
Nemu sees you smiling and this, and she just goes, "Oh my goodness, that's so amazing! I have something for you, another drawing."
Sorry, what on earth have you transformed this creature into? Well, sorry.
From her,
sorry.
from her rucksack, she
Chicken,
pulls
you're
out like a kind of
Big.
Chicken's taller than Look.
Yes, way taller.
it's like a hexagonal kind of thing with a bunch of stars drawn on it and like notes from the TV thing that she has. It goes, I was meant to show everybody, but we went to the house and I saw this on the TV. Do you think this can help with finding the missing kids? I'm sorry, I should actually give it to you. Here. Oopsie.
What you see in front of you is the hexagonal city layout with markings around it. At each point, notes about interception pylons, about how they're not quite powerful enough to channel the process that they're trying to accomplish.
Potentially.
I'm not sure what it's about.
Chicken, do you think
Borg.
this will help?
Borg.
Maybe.
Borg.
Yeah, so Calliope's flown into, and she's just flying around Chicken's head. Calliope's just standing there with his mouth open.
How many townsfolk did you just summon to see this chicken evolve?
There are, it's quite like a circus, like, come on, and like a lot of people are like gathering around chicken, and Calliope is like trying to like puff out her fur to look bigger as well.
Yes, that's it, you tiny baby. And Trey pulls out like a whole bunch of chicken grain and holds it in her hand. You deserve this. You eat, baby. You eat, little chicken. Yes.
Lift comes
Why you buy
forward.
so much grain.
Yeah, she's gonna be.
Yeah,
so
he's gonna
large.
become big and strong.
He
I
does look big and
Told
strong.
you. And Trey's going to attempt to try and get onto his back. And if that's successful, I'm just going to start trying to.
Trots around for a bit.
Is this
Takes up
permanent?
speed.
No, this form wouldn't last forever, but for the time frame that we could have, which will be.
Feinstein says.
Because I know it's 10 minutes, but like, how long has it been since he's turned into that form?
Like 30, 40 seconds now.
Alright. I'm gonna do a quick run around the area. I'll look out for some things that might point us in the right direction.
No. The casting time is
Yeah, it's
Oh,
until
really?
dispelled.
It's until dispelled. He's like that.
Shit,
till you're
really?
Like,
Yeah.
till you're like return to your normal form, and then you can cast it again and you'll be back. The casting time is 10 minutes. You took 10 minutes to cast the spell.
I didn't realize this.
Yeah, no, that's like
It's like
you can
similar
keep
to
that
Final
as a permanent thing if you
You
want.
could keep it around forever. It would
Yeah,
just be,
you can
It'd just
keep
be
it
hard to
like
get
that.
through, like like
Yeah.
airport TSA, in which case you could turn it back into like a ticket, and then later you could cast Feinstein again, and he'll be back into his normal form.
Okay,
And you can
shit.
do it as a ritual, can't you? Or
I don't know.
Nope.
It's just 10 minutes.
Nope.
Well, at this point,
Okay, it's
Tywin
10 minutes
shows up
naturally.
with a bland-looking scarf around his neck, and then he looks and goes,
Nice style.
you too, I guess?
Okay.
Very dapper.
I'll be
It's chicken.
No, it isn't.
It's chicken. It's chicken. You know
Fine,
how this
fine.
little thing, and she like grabs Calliope, and just like became.
she did something similar to what I did.
die or something,
No.
and now she's trying to get over it with a new
No,
pet?
she exploded and became bigger.
So yes, to what I
No,
said.
no,
I don't
Tywin,
think so.
I'll just... Look, I'm using Chicken's form right now to go and scout out areas that could help.
Does it have a stat block?
How do all of your animals
Like
just change
one
into
you made,
different
or not?
things?
Well, look
Is it
into
an actual
getting
thing
more
from like the
rats, and
Bible
then
stuff?
maybe
Yeah, it's
we'll
called
have
I have no
Oh, yeah,
rats.
no, the
Well,
animal.
why not?
The animal, yeah.
Do you want to go
No,
looking for
I don't want to be
rats?
hurt again.
That's something else.
You could use
rats?
like weaker parasites.
Let's get us. We should get you some
Parrot.
rats.
I'm curious.
I
want
don't
to understand
need
what
no
this thing
rats.
does now.
I think to get over the
So,
breathing process, more rats.
With
would
that, I'm going to just head off in a direction, and I'm just going to
In which
go
direction?
that way.
What is
East.
it? East. Sure,
Yeah.
you head off east, looking for what exactly?
I'm just scouting to see if anything kind of looks like scientific buildings, like
We know it's a warehouse, don't we? We just don't
Yeah.
know what side of the city
well,
it's on.
warehouses then
Sure, you
That
come
kind
across
of-
quite a few.
pique the interest of like anything could be here, like
Uh,
nothing that's not branded or specific, or something that is branded to the Eclac family.
I mean, if you're headed looking for a warehouse, you'd probably go northwest for the more industrial wards of the city. if you so choose to go that way. In the east, you'll find more like residential places.
Well, most probably not residential then.
Yeah.
I'll head to wherever the
So if you
warehouses
if you
are.
head to the northwest of the city, then you would come across a few warehouses. Make a perception check.
Okay. Okay, that's a 10.
Nothing catches your attention immediately as you roam. There are a few warehouses labeled to the aircraft.
And so I'll start making a mental note of where that name appears.
Sure.
How many specifically would they have in that area?
In that ward, they'd have 3 kind of interconnected with those little corridors that go over streets.
Right. So it's big.
Yes, it's big. It's big. It's in Gandhi Waterloo, 3 of those buildings connected with sky walkways. Yeah.
Nice.
That's interesting.
Why don't we use your ability to talk to people and my ability to channel the faith? I'm sure we can learn something of the nature of this city.
That sounds like a good idea.
And Tywin, why don't you...
Solomon, real quick, and I pull down the scarf, and I go, is it still there?
I don't have detect magic prepared today, so I cannot tell you. Can I...
So
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I didn't hear Solomon talking to me.
Is there any way I can check it with an Arcana check? Or?
No.
No.
Yes.
But Tywin doesn't understand magic.
Regrettably, Tywin, I cannot confirm. After the modifications to my form, I will need some time to regain the use of some of the prayers and spells
Oh yeah, you do look different today.
I am glad you've noticed.
I didn't until you said something. I'm the kind of guy who doesn't notice haircuts.
Can I look around for animals?
Sure.
Potentially a bee-cat hybrid.
A bee?
A bee-cat hybrid?
Yeah.
Maybe not in this city, no.
Okay.
What would it be called? Wait.
A bee cat?
I'm trying to think what it's called. Bumble. Bumble something.
Bumble kitty.
I'm trying to think Bumble Buzz, but it's like Bumble.
From a past discussion.
I mean, not in this city, no.
Okay.
Do I find anything else kind of heading back that kind of seems suspicious?
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana check, shit. That's a 6.
Not particularly, no. As you head back, you've made note of the Acolyte buildings, but nothing else.
And how many people are watching, though?
And I would expect that it's still there.
I mean,
how many people are watching us as we walk by? And I
But
just
I cannot confirm.
Where would
Very
I
bisexual.
find? Where would I find the nearest Kanos building? I start calling out to him. Where's the nearest Kanos shrine? Can I?
Well, you can find one maybe in the religious ward. This is the industrial section of the city.
Let's go, chicken. Let's go show him. And
That's so cute.
I start heading my way over.
Heading your way down.
Maybe we're way downtown.
Making my way downtown, talking to God. Hopefully he'll respond to me.
So, Tywin, what are you up to?
If we really believe that perhaps it's still there, we still got to be very careful on what we say.
I would expect so, yes.
I've hopefully tried to muffle what they can hear a little bit with my new style.
Wise of you.
But I doubt it's going to be that effective. But I don't know. How long until you think you're ready to see if it's still there?
It would take me at least a day to prepare myself.
Goodness gracious.
I apologize, Tywin. I was not prepared. Do you have contacts at all in this city we may use?
I often have contacts in every city, so I can take a peek around and see if my usual contacts are around.
And Tarina, under the guise of your Psychiatrists Association, do you think you could learn more about the Eklak estate and where they may hold their lands?
I mean, I could certainly try, but I don't think they like me all that much. I mean, I hope they didn't fire that little boy of theirs who invited us over for the psychology, but...
I would not necessarily ask you to return to their main estate, but we do need to know where they hold their land. Specifically the warehouse we were told of.
I suppose that is true.
I do not doubt you might put your skills to use in counseling some members of the city and possibly learning details which may aid us in our search.
I do have a vested interest in particular dealing with the employees of the Eklek family.
Of course.
On account of the fact that all the ones I've met so far are traumatized beyond belief.
Indeed. Of course, if this would reach any sort of moral compass that you may follow as in your profession, I would not ask you to do it. However...
Well, no, I don't think so. The only real line there is, sort of giving up your humanity and becoming a brain on legs.
Tarina opens a book that says Tarina's moral compass and it's just empty. And she goes flipping through it. She's like, no!
No. It's be brain on leg. No.
Occupation confidentiality. I ain't never heard of that.
What's that?
Was that anything like that last patient I had with the unfortunate limp?
Oh. That was a problem.
Alright, I'm gonna go into the bar that they were staying at, which I think was the more prolific bar of the two.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna sort of sit at the bartender's stand. What's it called? The bar.
The bar.
I'm gonna sit at the bar.
The bartender station.
The station
home base,
of bartending.
It was
the bartending hub.
The nexus of alcohol.
Nexus of alcohol.
It was the Shattered Axe cereal, by the way.
Yes, the Shattered Axe. And I'm just gonna
Bitch.
rotate the chair, lean back against the bar, and scan
Fall off the chair.
scan across the thing for any contacts or friends of contacts that I
Yeah, I mean, given your feature, you'd be able to find one, so you describe what your contact looks like.
Okay. In this town, it's a little bit of a energetic individual who with very, very spiky hair, who wears quite colorful clothes, and his name is
Sora.
no, his name is Kim.
Donald.
I never got his last name, but his name is Kim, and I know this guy's quite eccentric.
Okay.
So I approach him, and I sort of sit at the table and I go, "Long time no see, Kim."
Oh, hey, Darren. How's it going?
It's going well. I'd be lying if I said it was going well, and I don't want to lie to you.
It's going well. I'd be lying.
So, I'll cut to the chase. I need a lot of information, and I know you normally hang out around these parts.
Right, yeah, of course. Information, I can do that. What specifically are you looking for?
Well, just full disclosure, I've got I potentially have something on my neck right now, and
Yes,
the thing on my
scarf.
sorry, I take the scarf off and I go, I mean underneath the scarf.
Okay.
There's something, I doubt you'd be able to see it, but do you see anything there?
No.
So I think there's some sort of magic, I guess, on my neck that like makes people be able to sometimes hear into my conversation. So just letting you know this conversation may be monitored for quality control. All three of us thought of the same joke at the same time.
If you have a problem with this,
anyway.
Please press 1.
So, firstly, do you know about the Eklek family?
Oh, yeah, of course, everyone knows about them. They're agricultural, pharmaceutical, yeah, big corporation.
Do you know about their non-public image?
No, because it's not. I don't know them that well.
Right.
But if you're looking for something specifically on them, like, do you want dirt on them?
Well, not exactly. We already kind of have dirt on them. We're just trying to uncover it. We think they have a facility somewhere in the city,
Right.
and we're trying to track it down for research purposes.
Right.
And I was wondering if either you knew where this potential thing might be, or you know someone who might know.
Not something I know personally, but I can definitely look into it for you. We'll have to ask around. Maybe someone who's close to the airclags. Possibly, yeah.
Okay, I
have
think
to say
that
these are
gotta-
not people you want to mess with, though. Like,
I've already messed with all the wrong people. I'm not too worried.
alright.
But I do want to make sure you're okay. If you are doing investigations, just make sure to keep your distance a little bit, because I think they're a bit suspicious already. So I know you're a professional, but keep it more on the down low than usual. Maybe dress a little less Kim, if you know what I mean.
Well, I will look into it for you, for sure. I'll let you know what my
All right, I've got
business fees will be upon information.
That's understandable. I've got a stone communicator already. If you want to contact me on that in the future.
I don't trust those things. I'll find you on my own.
Okay, you always have your way to get to me anyway, so it's fine. Just before you go, hold on, let me check my notes. Maybe there's nothing else I needed to know from you. Unless other players remember anything else.
How can I style my scarf?
How do you solve a Rubik's Cube? Like, you solve one side, and you start doing the other, that's on the first side.
I always get red, but then from there, nothing.
Actually, I think I'm pretty fine. I think I'm all good, thanks, Kim.
Right, see you around, mate.
See you around.
And he just kind of like scuttles off.
Then I go back outside to the party.
Nimu, can I get you to make an Arcana check?
Okay. If I roll low, I will be sad.
Don't pull on me.
11.
11?
Hell yeah.
You're looking at this map, and there's some notes about, like, so you're looking at the map of the city, and and some of the notes on there are about changing up major routes and stuff throughout the city, like roads, like rebuilding roads, demolishing some others. And as you're looking at this very peculiarly looks like a runic circle, but on a massive scale, made entirely of road networks.
Runic circle?
Yeah, it looks like a magic symbol of sorts. But
Would I be able to recognize it?
you can't recognize the spell itself, but you know that it is some sort of magic symbol. But it's being made out on a massive scale, like a citywide one.
That map, Nimu, is that taken from the estate?
I drew it myself, but Solomon, you must see. It looked a bit like a magic spell, a runic circle.
Intriguing.
I cannot.
And this mirrors the map of this city. I would suggest showing it to our companion Luft. She is something of a cartographer, but
Luft? Excuse me.
let me see. Do I recognize this symbol at all?
Make an Arcana check.
I have a little something for you.
21
I
minutes.
have a little something for you to
16?
look at.
16? You recognize
Yes.
it.
I show you
I'll
the
wait
map.
for everyone else to
Okay.
know.
I show you the map.
Would you? Are you looking at the map?
Yeah, I'm looking at the map.
Are you? So you point out that it's the runic symbol? Okay, make an
Oh,
Arcana
it's
check.
Jubilex.
Make an Arcana.
It just accidentally showing on the Jubilex things like, whoopsie! Oh no! Suddenly, everything just seems.
Suddenly.
Why is she jelly? Yeah.
She melted.
By God, why is this?
18.
Why is this child? 18.
18.
Sure.
Rolled well.
Is anyone else checking this map?
Of course.
I'm not
Okay,
here
make an
right
Arcana.
now.
No, you're not.
I'm not here right now. I'll get to that later.
Okay. Entirely not there either.
I thought
Okay.
when you did.
For you, all you can discern is that it's some sort of teleportation spell. For you, you can tell that it's plane shift.
Plane shift?
So,
Well, that's what the runic circle is trying to
holy crap. So, I don't know. This is going to give you unpleasant memories if I tell you what this is. This is for plane shifting.
Plane shifting.
Yes. So, like, not quite. It's not the same as the earthquakes. though,
Wait,
is
so
it?
not
It's
not
different.
like the planar quakes.
No,
where
it's
we-
not playing a quake.
Yes.
Like this is like for a
Well,
different,
okay,
a different.
This is
Make
for
an
going
intelligence
to-
roll. Make
oh.
an intelligence
It's
roll.
like different dimension, not different planet.
Jesus.
Go.
Oh,
Go, love.
she won't get any unpleasant memories from that unless she lost some.
13.
So, piecing some stuff together. Planar quakes are random. They are difficult to channel. What you saw the devices, the blueprints for, is something that channels those earthquakes. And plane shift is a spell that can target a specific area.
Yeah. Well,
All in all, you discern that, to some extent, this is a plot to transport a specific area of land
yeah.
instead of a randomized location.
Okay. No, this isn't like planar quakes. This is premeditated. This is very intentional. You would need to be specific or else things aren't going to go
Yeah.
right.
By no means am I upset at hearing this, more confused and suspicious at what can possibly be planned here. But it says, but they mustn't be doing very well, because if the city's too large, there isn't enough signal strength. So, you have to be a bit careful.
Luft, might I ask something of you?
Yeah.
We need to know exactly how close they are to completing this room. And you're the only one of us with the ability to make a map accurate enough to check this city. And to determine exactly where these markings, the 6 of them, line up to.
Okay.
While it's not directly related to our mission with the children, and I assure you we will reach them, Namu, it appears that this family has far more sinister plans.
I don't know. I would argue it is tied in, but
Because I'm just curious what they need to move the city for, if that is, and what that.
well, what better way is there to hide evidence than to blame a planar earthquake?
Just
A concerning thought.
but for kidnapping kids.
Yeah.
I feel like
We will find, I'm sure, the connection between the two in time. It may be worth recalling Trey and using her newfound steed to help you cover the distance required.
Liv just goes, big chicken.
I pull out some paper and start making like notes about.
No, that's how Luft's trying to get into contact.
yeah.
I'll make some quick notes. And
Alright.
As I go, as we investigate, I'll write down more that I see.
Sounds good.
You also see
I
some
need to get to a
notes.
vantage point. So now she's thinking of where she can go to get high enough to get.
You also see notes of basically where the new road needs to go. They need to inlay it with a specific type of metal, and also some form of gem dust.
What do I recognize? If I read the notes, do I recognize the metal?
It doesn't specify what metal type it is, because you know that the plane shift spell doesn't require a specific type of metal.
Yeah.
It requires a piece of metal attuned to whatever plane you want to go to.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
What plane do they want to go to?
There's no notes on that.
Yeah. So it doesn't specify anything about the metal, does it? It just says they just need metal?
At which point...
I want to go.
Sorry, at which point... shall we make a plan of action then?
Yeah.
There is something I want to ask. So the kids that Nemu was previously like just solely looking for, do they have? Is there anything I should know about them and their status, or like would they be just like rich kids, or were they just random?
They were just random kids that went missing, and so you were contacted as you were volunteering. There wasn't any sort of like connection that you immediately would know off on surface level.
I see. I am just thinking, because something like this seems a little excessive to hide kidnapped kids. Do you think that how important is Urusa to, like, how important is she if she was to say die? Forgive me for being so explicit, but for her to die, How significant would that be for the politics of these continents?
Well, if there's any reason for them to suspect another nation, usually what happens when you, I was about to say Franz Ferdinand someone, but I can't say that. I was like, ooh. Usually when you Ferdinand it, war.
Forgive me.
Very big wars.
Politics on larger scale continents is a bit confusing for me, but I'm only curious because, so if she is someone that can start a war by her death, I want to know with this, could they be kidnapping, is there the potential to kidnap more kids or people of high status? I hope what I'm trying to say is like, I want to know how far they're willing to go to perform such big kind of things like this. Because if they're taking, I want to know, I'm just so confused about the motive.
Well, here's the thing. This is open knowledge about us knowing with the superhuman thing, right? As the party, we know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you have in notes, you know.
I know. Okay. Yeah. I just want to make sure so I'm not saying. Okay. Well, if this is some sort of superhuman thing, then you need leaders, don't you?
I see.
That's what I was maybe wondering.
Yeah,
There's a lot to do with it. But they're just taking kids who have qualities,
I see.
guess.
Because, would I remember anything about, were they looking for anyone to make superhumans on my archipelago?
Once again, this is one of the things that like you know about on a surface level, but not too in depth.
I can't be sure. Oh, do we know the Eklat family have? Do the Eklat family have things of the order?
You assume to be there's a connection, but you haven't found anything concrete.
If, because I'm thinking about.
Basically, the extent of your knowledge goes that order planning evil shit, Eklat family planning evil shit, and it seems to be on the same scale, so maybe they're connected.
I'm just getting very skeptical about all this, but if this, you can just see Nemru like constantly going, but if, and her eyes, like she's just like scanning. It's like the meme, she's got all that math stuff. Like,
like floating around her head. Yeah,
she's like, this is going to be a bit of a stretch, but what if, as part of the order, they're planning on moving the city to start forming this superhuman
society?
Perhaps an army, yes, army society, because over the years, I've seen it as a child, and I've just been trying to get super soldiers and the like, and maybe they're finally into another phase where they're able to create an army of some sort. It's, we don't know for sure if the Eklat are in cahoots or if they're doing their own thing, but it's so confusing.
It would make sense because, I mean, like, as I said before, what better way to hide evidence than to just put it in a different plane?
Yes.
Like, they can't do anything about that. I don't believe there's a way that you can trace things to another plane. I don't think that... Huh?
Make a history check. Solomon, make a history check. Make a history check.
If I was there. 10.
I will himstory.
Bro, are we just all
I
rolling
feel it.
single
I
digits
feel it.
today?
Baby.
23.
Hell
23.
yeah.
10.
23.
Late. Yeah.
You're lucky you're not using your lucky.
Right?
She's getting the whisper.
No way! I can't hear anything.
Don't listen. Stop, Devil. Stop trying to listen.
I can't hear. All I can hear is.
Pretend you're the speaker on Tywin's neck and just...
Yeah, can you project it out of Tylen's neck? Like, ba ba ba!
So, okay, cool. So Luft is standing there, and you can see she's doing the thing as well. She's like zoning out, and suddenly her eyes go like they've gone really big.
What?
And she jumps up and she grabs like, is there an atlas or something around?
You could find one.
Okay, cool.
No, who did that? That was Marley. Marley stole an atlas.
Yeah, oh, perfect.
Marley would have one. You can grab one off Marley.
Molly, can you give me that atlas? I'll give it straight back. I don't want to take it.
Okay.
Just lock it. Cool. And then she gives the atlas back and she takes the planar thing and she aligns everything and she goes, so, planes is not just, you know, like it's different levels of reality. But like, so, planes.
Resource video. Hey, Michael, resource here.
Planes. And then it just stops.
Planes is like, wow.
Planes, that's the thing.
Planes, it's a hit 2007 Pixar movie.
Planes, it's another dimension, it's another place, it's another thing. So when something shifts away, it becomes a different plane.
But that's just a theory.
A game theory. So X2 is considered another plane.
Was that? I thought it was merely another celestial body.
No, it's another plane. That must be. Oh my god! And she like picks up all the stuff, and she's like fucking.
You can see her brain is getting larger.
Yeah.
Megamind.
Yeah.
She's a little blue girl.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Oh my goodness! And she's just sort of like gone off on a rambling thing.
And the moose just trying to take notes like, yes.
Yeah.
This would entail that if they do need these large amounts of metal and gem dust at these specific locations, they must have.
Sorry, I should correct myself. I've made one mistake. It's not gem dust. It's Aether.
It is Aether. Okay.
They must have somehow acquired large quantities of some form of metal from X2.
That makes sense. It's why they
You're
have.
X1.
You're currently on X2.
Wait.
The planet you're currently on is X2.
Is X2.
So X2 is considered another plane? What was the word?
No, so X1 is the OG. X2 was the one that was like made.
Well, yeah, terraformed.
Terraformed.
There were two planets. Everyone initially lived on X1, and then they basically brought it to ruin. And so they're like, you know what? We're going to ditch this bitch. We're going to the other planet.
This is considered. So the planet we're currently on is considered
a separate plane.
The separate plane.
And it is not the original either. That means that if something got banished, it would go back.
No. They're both planets in their own right. This is not a fake planet by any means. This is another planet that's been terraformed to be habitable.
But it is also considered
a different plane.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, does that mean
different planes?
Just hypothetically, if I was native to X2, I went over to X1, and someone hit me with like banishment.
Yes.
Fuck me off to the other planet.
Yes.
You just fuck right off to the other planet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can be banished.
Cool. Yeah.
You can be banished and you go back home and not come back because that's your home plane.
Yeah, that's
terrifying. Go to your room.
Again, this is before this point. None of your characters had the magical know-how to know this, but with your 23.
Does the aircraft family sound familiar to me on X1?
But yeah.
So I propose you get your map done, or at least get the map done enough so that we can figure out where some of these bits might be. I want to go have a look at some of that metal, or at least what we suspect to be parts of X1.
Yeah. Luft would most definitely want to look at the metal too.
Otherwise, I'm really not sure how to keep going.
Nemu is just gonna look for just general stuff, like just general X stuff. See if there's anything she can find.
Calico, you have something you want to do?
Hey, if we put the dirt.
So when Trey sped off on her Valiant speed, I was also going to have myself and Calliope go in different directions to cover more area, and I want to look around the city for like any hidden order messages or symbols that the regular citizen might not be used to, but I would because of my hometown. Sure.
Make an investigation check.
Do it.
And then make one for Calliope as well.
Investigation.
Calliope has no modifier.
Ooh, nice.
But I am a 19. Calliope is a 4.
Nice. Good call. Good call.
I mean, Calliope just goes to the docks to look for fish.
Yay!
Cool.
Good baby.
She's having
You send her off.
He's like, order fish.
She's like,
yes, I will go to the drive-thru and order some
Order
fish.
some fish.
Hi, I want a filet o fish, hold the bun, hold the cheese.
Extra fish.
Just fish. Can I replace the bun with fish? Yeah.
You, on the other hand, as you go around, you don't find messages of the order, but What languages do you speak?
All of them.
Quite a few.
Write them down. Write everything down.
Is that Tarina that got speak all languages?
Read all languages.
Common, Elvish, Primordial, Sylvan, and Ancient Enrian.
Christ. Everything.
As you roam the city, parts of the city have murals and artwork built into the architecture themselves. You find on some buildings around the city text that says ley line 1, ley line 2, ley line 3, ley line 4, ley line 5, and ley line 6. And that's the extent of your discovery.
Okay, so just like ley line numbers.
Yeah.
And I can like keep track of where they are now.
Yeah, with reasonable accuracy.
And what was like the imagery? Or was it just
It was like all of these symbols in ancient Enriya that came together to form the words.
okay? And would I expect this to be weird because ancient Enrian's usually spoken in X1? Or
You'd consider this to be weird because ancient Enrian is a dead language. For
Okay.
all intents and purposes, it's like Latin.
oh,
What's wrong with Latin?
wait, so how do I know that language by the way?
Because of your being raised in X1 and also your patron.
Okay.
It's parts of both. It's like forbidden law, like, you know.
Yeah.
Wait,
Just
was I
like
not
a-
too because I was born on X1?
It's more so the patron stuff.
I see. Never mind.
Just like a forbidden
Wait,
weed.
doesn't someone else know it too? Or was
I mean,
it-
I can read it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we get it. We get it.
I used to, but it's been.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I went back on that and was like, no. You got it?
Yeah, I was about to say we should.
Ladies and
take a break.
gentlemen,
Get out
it was
of
a
here.
pleasure to have you, and it was a
Before
pleasure
Romy
to have
goes,
Liv.
Romy's about to give us all a board game recommendation. So here we go. Board game recommendation is.
Been thinking about this.
Camp Grizzly.
Yes!
Is that the one
Good
where-
luck to find it anywhere.
Jordan has it.
I am one of the only people with a copy of that board game.
It's very fun.
Is that
It's
the
very
one
good.
with like the traps and stuff? You got to move around.
Yeah. So it's
Have I
it's like a
think I've played
Friday the 13th
Yeah.
type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. I think I
A
played
Where there's
that.
a killer
Yeah,
chasing
yeah.
you.
And you have to get like the 3 components to get out.
Yes.
I remember that.
It's
Good game,
very
good. Game.
good.
It's a lot of fun
It's a
and
great time.
impossible to find. But you can, I think you can find it on eBay for like $400 or something.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can
Just
just
casual
Casual,
400.
like,
Yeah.
just splurge, dude. Treat
mean,
yourself.
If you have the big bucks, be sure to buy it.
Jordan, you can just turn up at pubs once in a while.
Just
Not that
Camp
I have.
Yeah, I would show up at your house at midnight and be like,
I will.
Camp Grizzly, let's go.
Give it to me. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll go on a quick break and we'll be back soon. Goodbye to Romy.
Welcome back after our little break. We are now down a rumpus.
I'm holding down the fort, people, for this side of the table.
Is that a magpie?
Yeah.
Damn, you just got off.
We jump back into the party as they go about their day. Yes. So, what would the party like to do?
I want to look for like warehouse as well, look for like buildings,
Okay.
and investigate that.
Find one of those. Wait, what was that thing? What does it look like? It looks like a hexagon. Cool. I want to find either one of the sides of the hexagon or one of the parts of the sigil that they were trying to draw.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
And thankfully, I no longer have my cartographer to guide me.
Yay!
It's a 13.
You come to a building that's currently in construction in the southwestern ward of the city. This building has some scaffolding attached to it. It seems to be made of like kind of like glass and like steel, like steel and glass, like skyscraper or some kind. But yeah.
Okay. And it would, by your description of it, would the roads being around it have been relayed within the last however long?
Yeah. Some of the roads look a lot newer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. No one.
There are. If you look at,
I followed you.
Thank you.
if you went through the center of the city, you would have seen plans of a new ring route for commuters around the city.
I see.
No. This is circular. This is circular that goes from point to
The
the
hexagon, baby.
Okay.
So I have genuine concerns about the mental health of all employees under the Eklek family. And since you're going to a potential location of work for said Eklek family.
Torina, while it is not strictly legal, would you be able to help me gain access to this site?
Well, I don't see why not. This is the place where the Eklek family has workers, right?
Indeed. I suspect your services would be increasingly useful here.
Well, I'd like to think so. Now, is there anyone actually in this half-constructed building right now?
There's a foreman directing a few employees, just cleaning up for their lunch break and stuff. So.
All right, I'd like to approach him.
I will accompany behind Torina, pretending to be an aide of some sort.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm hacking out.
Well, I've been sent as a emissary of sorts to provide a psychological examination for you and your crew.
Ask, ma'am.
I've been sent by head office.
Head office? And who in head office exactly sent you?
The Eklek estate.
Who the fuck are those guys?
I believe that they own this building according to my ledger.
No, this is not owned by any corporation. This is a strict construction project of the government itself.
I see.
We're trying to up the tourism around here. So this building is designed to be a museum of sorts for the soon-to-be tourists of our lovely city.
Well, I suppose that makes a lot of sense. Well, this was the last place on my my rounds today. I've made good time, you see. If you wouldn't mind, we'd be most happy to provide a free psychological examination. You see, my apprentice here, he's learning the ropes, and I'd like him to get as much experience as he can possibly get into him.
Solomon stares down. I am interested in the metal you are using.
Metal, please.
Solomon, I've told you for the last time. You gotta be interested in the people, not the things.
I like to bash metal.
Make a persuasion check.
Which one's my least cursed dice?
All of them?
Roll the microphone, it's brown.
That's a 3.
3 on the dice, baby.
Wrong dice, ladies and gentlemen.
Wrong dice. It's a 3 modified up to a...
20.
It might be.
8, I believe.
No, I've got persuasion, so it's 11.
Damn. Fucking imagine rolling a 3 and getting above 10.
Me and my boss are gonna go out for lunch, but if you're around later, we can for sure organize something. But my crew don't need psychology.
Well, that's just the thing. Half the time, most psychological issues aren't even ones that you notice. And if you do, you just deny. Really sort of boils down and festers up and turns into something real nasty.
Well, I'll talk to the workers, and if they need anything, I'll let you know.
That'd be most appreciated. You have a lovely lunch.
No worries, you too.
I'll be on my way. Come on, Big Sally.
If I might, I would ask to inspect some of the materials you are using to construct this building.
What does this have to do with psychology?
Nothing.
Are you trying to intimidate?
No.
He's just being a friendly guy.
Being straightforward.
He just really likes his metal.
Really
Yeah.
nice, isn't it?
Really loves Smith.
As religious authority and a cleric of the Lord of Light Palor, I merely ask that I be allowed to inspect some of the material you use to ensure that it both meets quality and building standards.
I like how we've gone from a psychologist to a health safety inspector.
I am not a psychologist, that is my companion, I guess.
You can make a persuasion check.
I persuade the boy now, I was openly asking, god damn, it's only like a 15. Pretty sure my
Still better than me.
persuasion, make one.
So 14?
15.
Okay. Well, I can bring some stuff out to you if you want to have a look. And he gestures to one of his the crew, and they bring out some of the metal for you to have a look at.
Thank you. And at this point, can I just, as with a ritual, I'll just sit there and cast Identify on it, see if I can get anything from it. I don't know if detect magic, which I doubt it's magic.
What are you trying to identify here?
I want to see if I can tell if
Identify only tells you magical
I know,
presence.
so I won't be able to use any sort of ability of it to tell if it's from a different plane. No, nothing. I can't sense Aether at all. I don't have Rommy's little centrifuge anymore, so I can't check the dirt.
Well, Luft is still here. She's just not being played by
She's also not with us. So at this point, it's basically, oh, thank you, and I'll just keep the bar.
Yeah, you walk off with the bar.
Excellent. Serena, I do not believe there is much more I can achieve here. It is unfortunate, but you might still do some good by offering these workers your aid.
Well, I certainly hope so. We'll see what we can arrange once they get back from their lunchtime.
Excellent. And thank you for your compliance, woman.
No worries. I'll catch you around. And I'll let you know about who needs any psychology.
Well, sometimes, as I said, you don't always know when you need psychology.
Psychology sometimes needs you.
This is quite true. You are getting the hang of this, even though you have this strange,
That was not in
strange
character.
fascination with metals and non-people things.
Solomon's Serena impression is getting really good.
Yeah.
He's been practicing it like at night.
Luft will stick a speaker in me at some point, and I'll just be able to like play audio clips back. Be like, I'd like to roll to hit.
You can
Does a
deep
six
fake
hit? Yeah.
Serena voice.
Oh god.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of Americans lose.
Suffer every year.
Yes.
Thank
So that's the two of you with your adventure. What is the rest of the party getting up to?
I'm gonna look around for any Eclec warehouses.
I mean, roll a investigation check, just generally.
16.
Yeah, you'd come across to the same like ones that trade passed by before. The three like kind of like big large buildings interconnected with pathways.
Are we allowed to get in?
No, you would not be allowed in.
Well, I talked to my contact, and as always, they need some time. So I don't really know what else I can do to help.
Actually, no. Can I look for a pet store?
You want to look for a pet store?
Yeah.
Sure, you find a pet store.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Do you have?
Oh, hi there. Hello.
Do you have any rats?
Rats.
Rats. Yes. For pets.
Yes, we have some rats.
Do you happen to have? Would I know how many rats Taiwan had?
No, because that wasn't your bar.
Can I just? I'm going to roll 2 d20s, and whatever I get, that's how many rats I get. Well, actually, no. I should do a d100.
Yeah,
D100,
yeah.
D100.
Jesus.
I would like.
I heard this is
These are the ones, right?
fully 100.
100?
Come on.
You just
I
be buying
like-
like the snake food ones you can get in
I'd
bulk.
like to get Ooh, that was a 5. 53 rats, please.
That's 35.
35.
Oh, can I please get 35 rats?
So much pounds, isn't it?
12.
Yeah, it's 42.
It's just a sack, a squirming sack.
32.
Of rats.
Oh, it was 32.
It was 32. You're getting 3 more.
Can I get,
Bonus rats.
Stop!
can I get 35 rats, please?
35 rats is a big order, but I'm sure I can put it together for you.
Yes, please.
That will be
How much is a rat?
Would you like a
$7
bag?
billion.
Theo just
7
calculated the
billion?
cost of a rat.
My Jeff Bezos
How
too.
much?
That's so stinky.
Can we get about that would be about 7 gold for the 35 rats altogether.
7 gold?
Oh, good.
7 gold, incredible. I can.
Do you want some feed for these rats as well?
Actually,
Bullshit.
yes. How much is it?
Just another 2 gold to go around with that.
I'll just give you 10.
Well, no, for 35 rats, you probably want about
We just need a
4 golds worth. So 11 gold altogether.
I'll give you 11. Excellent. Thank you so much.
No.
Would you like a bag?
Yeah,
Yes,
she
please,
can.
bag, please.
Okay.
How long, when you say feed, does that like last that many rats a week?
Oh yeah,
Good on there.
that's all.
Now,
So Tyler now has to pay 4 gold a week upkeep.
guess what spell I have?
What's that?
Speak with animals. So, as I leave the pet store and walk back to Taiwan, I'd like to cast Speak with Animals and talk to them.
Okay. How do you get to the zone?
The zone of 35.
35 different voices.
Hello.
35, yeah, they have to all be different voices.
Which one of you would be the main rat? Hello. Would you guys like to meet a cool
And then
new?
you have.
Would you like to meet a cool new friend? So, I have a nice friend called Tywin who recently had a lot of friends like you, but had died.
Don't tell them that.
Maybe don't tell the rats about the previous 10 rats.
Previous rats.
They
We don't
went
talk about
missing.
previous
They
rats
went
in this house.
missing, and he's been distraught ever since. So I was wondering if you would like to be his new friends to help cheer him up.
Will you give us food?
Of course, he'll give you food.
Okay.
So like I head back and I go.
One second. I just asked my friend. You want to be
One rat acting as an ambassador.
friend? Yeah, pretty much. You want to be friend? Okay. You want to be friend? Okay. You want to be friend? Okay.
So I hold.
Yes.
I like to
We
think
will
that
like a new friend.
I like to think they're both separate bags. So Nemu quickly hides them behind her back and goes, Tywin.
Tywin's like fiddling with the dagger and then looks up and goes,
That's a pretty dagger. I have a gift. I hand you the big bag of rat food first. This is for you. Ta-da! I heard a bunch of rats, so I got you new ones. You had 35, right? 35 rats just for you.
Devon's trying so hard to keep it together.
Yes? 35 rats. And she just gives a big smile. Like, rats?
Rats?
You're so fun.
No. Oh, all I can imagine. Hey kid, you like rats?
Wait, can I still speak to them?
Yeah.
I pull them and go, introduce yourselves, go say hi. And just like leave the bag on the floor and let them all throw out.
I turn on rat sense.
You got a rat mode.
You just tap your visor.
Hello. Nemu, why'd you do this?
Just thought it'd be nice to do a little something. I know you've been sad, a bit of grieving, so I thought perhaps some rats would definitely bring the mood back up. Please don't make me have to make a second funeral video, please. Let these ones live.
Well, hey, hello, rats. I reach into my bag, pick off pieces of the cheese wheel, and I begin to
Literally
them
give
out.
you a bag of rat food.
Yeah, but giraffes like cheese.
Look, this is gourmet, okay?
This is
What you
special.
got them is like Macca's.
Yeah.
This is like proper like restaurant food.
No, what you got them is like army rations.
Jordan's giving him Macca's.
I'm giving him that.
Yeah, she got like food that keeps a rat alive for a
Simon
week.
knows how
He
to
got
treat
food that
rats.
lets a rat live.
Yeah. So I hold it out and like sort of let them rush.
You know, it's the little things in life that you just have to
You get like a sack.
appreciate. Like 35 rats in a bag.
35 of the little things in your life.
And,
Well,
They all start scurrying up time.
it's,
I don't know what to say. Nemo,
I can do a picture of you as well if you like.
I don't think thank you is the word I'm looking for.
I tolerate it. brings back some memories.
I'm gonna go back to the hotel for a bit, but yeah, goodbye.
I think my work here is done.
And Tywin goes back.
You can mark on enough food to last rats a week. 35 rats 1 week.
Oh,
Right.
actually, this would be... Everyone, I think I thought of a good idea, and I think I finally got you something that was really useful. You can train these rats to be scouts. When we can't get in, there might be something that can be a scout. I transform into an ant, it
Greatly
doesn't work.
Overestimate my ability to keep rats alive.
Well. You have 35 chances.
You have 35 lives. Starting level 1.
So you can just keep a little tally of each rat.
I mean, we have a sample size of 1.
No, you're
What?
size 32.
Size is 32 and they all died.
Well, I mean, technically it was 1 scenario.
You had a population size of 1.
But the
We had a
thing,
population size of 1.
the thing is that you're not going to be using these 32 and these 35 in combat, so I imagine they'll be lasting a while.
I'm
With a
always
view
in,
to a shoe.
I'm always in
Guys,
combat.
what time are you booked to?
10. Sorry about
We
the.
were talking about rats, as far
Yes.
as I remember.
Back to the rats.
Back to the rats, ladies and gentlemen. So I was talking to a rat the other day.
Tywin needs some time in his room to name all the rats.
Well, the first one introduces himself as Lachlan.
Ooh!
They don't. Okay.
No, they don't get to name
You gotta override
themselves.
his
He
name.
gets the name because he was brave enough to say it. But
Yes. The first one's name is Lachlan, the
I'm
one
just
that
gonna go
is the
with
de facto leader of the bunch.
That's why he gets a name.
Now you
Alpha
see,
rat.
it's a double feature. So Tywin gets some rats, but also scouts, because obviously turning into an ant isn't very useful. But if you have scouts, like there's places I'm sure Calliope can't get into, or chicken, but rats can definitely be a third kind of.
I'm not
So she's literally just talking to the wind. Just
She's reflecting on her own choices.
Actually, no, Marley would be there, wouldn't she? So she's like
No.
literally just standing there talking to Marley.
On the way to like the Kano Shrine, I'll just head back to see if anyone's there and ask them if they want to tag along.
You know what I should have done? I should have gone to that forum and be like, oh, I want to know where you get your material from. But I was like, give me a piece of
Give it
metal.
to me.
I'm not awake at this point, as you can see.
So is anyone heading to the Kino Shrine with a tray?
Yeah,
Anyone?
I haven't got
If I
anything.
come
to
You're
do.
back.
You two were together, weren't you?
No,
No.
we went off at the same time, but we did
Close
something
enough.
stuff.
Look, she's got a chicken with legs. She can catch up to
Yeah,
you.
Nemrud literally has nothing
Yeah,
else
so-
to do, so she'll come
But
back.
I like how that implies that the chicken didn't have legs before.
Yeah, it probably just had wings and like a flat. Look at the thing. Where is the model? There it is. See, it's got no legs.
It has legs.
No, it doesn't. It's round.
Get out of here.
It's round.
You know
No, the
what?
chicken is flat, okay? It's just accelerating up at 9.8 meters per second squared.
Precisely.
Nemrud is gonna come with you because there's literally nothing else for her to do.
So the three of you went to the Kino Shrine?
Yeah.
Yes, but first I want to talk to Luft about something.
Right?
Yeah, so when I come back, Luft, do you have a map? Do you have the map of the city?
The one that Namu has.
Who has the map?
I have the one that Namu has. She drew it herself.
Never has.
I don't have one of the city, but I could go for one.
No, can I please look at the map?
Yeah, of course. And I pull out the map. Do you want the actual picture?
I don't mind really. I just want to look at the map and see if I can mark the ley line places.
Yeah, so it goes from the center
So I was
of the city outwards in a hexagon
She
shape.
left.
Okay. Do you mind if I draw it on that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So does it match the crosses?
No, so it starts in the center of the city and goes out to the out of the hexagonal perimeter.
So like from the center in lines to each of these.
Yes.
That's
How
what I'm
many
trying to
each?
say.
Huh?
Like if
So it's
if
one
I
to
would have
each of them.
just one.
Yes, one line out to each.
Okay. So do you mind if I draw it?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
So I'll do...
So I revolutionized the dice. Now it's just a 1d6.
Woo!
Like
What'd
a
you roll?
D1. Just whenever it's yellow, you get a 1.
Okay. Go.
No one. No, it doesn't work like that.
Go.
I don't. Can I roll something?
Roll it.
Yeah, roll a death saving throw.
So like,
That one.
Yes.
like that?
Yes.
Yes, so Nemu, I found about where those lines are, I found in ancient text these ley lines in the city, which is strange because no one speaks that language anymore.
So how did you find it? I mean,
So how you find it? Do you
Because
know?
I do speak that.
like I said, basically just a nerd that learns it for fun.
Yeah.
Not even. I think only like a few elders in my town kind of knew about that. Impressive, very impressive. So what does this mean?
I will have to investigate this further. Maybe actually, I haven't actually looked at the ley lines. I've just seen markings of the signs of where they are, and they seem to coordinate with your hexagonal shape. So,
Almost suspicious.
Make a knock on the check.
Me? Oh dear. It's not very good. It's like a 12, I think. Yes, it's a 12.
Okay, continue.
Go away. I don't know what. I'm not there, but I also don't know what ley lines do very well.
No, this is about the metal that you picked up.
Okay. Wow, is this burning, or is that just me mildly irradiated? No, like I said, if I'd been smart, I would have actually checked. Oh, who supplies you with your stuff if this is a government project? But no, I was like, Tarina, evaluate them.
What's this?
As in, I should have done better at that in an interaction.
Oh.
However.
No, you did fine.
Oh, well, I'm flattered.
This is me just heading to the shrine.
So what have we got to do today then? I'm really
Well,
confused.
so the three of these guys are headed to the Kino Shrine.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
I'll go as well.
Yeah. You come across a very ornate, like almost glistening building that looks like it would be made of silver. Obviously, it's not made of silver, but like it looks that way. You've got some engraving on the bottom as you go. Basically, the tenets of Kinos and all of those religious connotations that come with that. And then, as you walk in, you're greeted by a statue of Kinos himself.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen a lot of places have a statue of Kanos as their shrine before, so I'm like, whoa, Kanos, look, hey, look, it happened. See, all that knowledge, all I learned, it happened. We did it today. That's pretty cool. Why does this look like the normal form or the form that I saw when he contacted me last?
No, this is a normal aspect, yes. Kind of like a fairly like well-built looking individual with due to some sort of illusory magic, the text, like the tattoos on his hand, are ever changing with different like pieces of knowledge and quotes from through the ages, stuff like that. One of his eyes is closed, the other one is so he's basically like mid-wink, like kind of looking head on at you.
So you're saying a well-built man's winking at me?
What did your god call again?
Kanos?
And it was
K-E-N-O-S.
it was Gratz that you had to bully the poor like innkeeper into like the other shrine. Was it Gratz?
Huh?
Who was that? You know, there was that furball that you bullied the shit out of. Like,
That was also Kino Shrine.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That was
Okay.
a Kanos.
Kratos hates stoners.
No, it's just far more openly worshipped here, is it, or something?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure. This
Wait.
is why I'm genuinely surprised that there's just an
Yeah,
actual
that's
statue
what I'm
of
saying.
him and not the symbol.
Kanos doesn't follow the owl motif, do they?
No,
The classic knowledge owl thing. That's more. of a freak.
Kinos' motif is like kind of like an eye,
Yeah.
half of it closed, half of it open.
And Hank. No, that's something else entirely.
Well, there's this warehouse that exists northwest that I think could be important for us to go to. Is there any way that we can get in there? Do you know? It's kind of like, I guess it will be guarded, but it's important. Because I feel like maybe the kids are there.
You wait for a bit. Nothing's happening.
Anything you want to ask? Do you know Coria?
Hello, Kenos. Would you? I worshipped Ikoria, so I hope it's no trouble me being here. Even though it's a statue, I kind of just go. Yeah.
I love your work.
I love your work. I love your books.
I pull out the plant that the Iclac family gave me, and I put it where the shrine is, and I go, I'm not sure of what importance this one has, but if you have any information on this plant, in some form, just let me know.
As you place the what color? What was this plant? This was the.
I have no idea. You didn't tell me.
Ah, okay. Well,
You did not tell me, so I don't know.
this would have been one of the white flower plants, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
As you place it onto the pedestal of the statue itself, almost very slowly transitioning into it kind of turns into the becoming a part of the statue itself. Like it glosses over it with with a marble sheen, and then it's like part of the statue itself.
It's a camouflage plant.
That's not normal, but let's hope it's not a bad normal. Let me know. And she just puts down a letter under your eye. Alright, I'm good. You good?
Yes.
As you walk off, make a perception check.
Who me?
Just doing that bloody rogue one following this question.
24.
Oh!
Unnatural 20.
As train character turn around, you're doing the you see as the marble like texture fades across the flower the train is placed down, it then almost like melds off, but the flower is kind of different. It's like a sort of like a moonflower of sorts, like a what's the morning glory, I think it's called. What's the flower name?
You mean the purple ones?
No, the white ones. Morning glory, such a they're also called moonflowers.
Is there any significance to me, or just
They are purple.
to
Well, moon.
yeah, with the moon?
Yeah.
Oh, the tennis moon. Is that so? A moonflower is significant for Nemu, or just?
Well, no. You asked. You were like kind of like, if you know anything about Ikoria, so you found a moonflower with your passive insight. You can deduce that. It's kind of like a subtle nod to you and what you stand for.
She just goes, thank you. Be good. Thank you, and I hope you're helping Che a lot. Thank you. And then she kind of just like runs and chases after you. I like your god. Very nice to me.
I like my god too.
That's interesting.
Can I
Does
tell him?
your god reply to people who don't worship him specifically?
Did he reply to you?
He made the flower moonflower, morning glory.
Trey just kind of drops the reins a little bit and just. You replied to her, not me.
Wait a minute. Hold
The
on.
hell?
Whoops.
It's fine. It's fine. I still love you.
Nemu
It's
just,
okay.
Nemu
It's
just
fine.
goes, I didn't.
It's fine.
Would
It's
it
fine.
be disrespectful, Trey, if I asked him something?
I mean, if Nemu does, you can too. It doesn't.
Okay.
In
so-
you go. You got this. Let's go.
As you gesture Calico forward, the tattoos that you have on your arm, they start like the letters start shifting around to say, "I respond to you often. Don't be jealous." I do it as often as I can. Is what the text on your on your arm appears, and then reforms back to its just normal tattoo. What do you do?
So I've drawn a symbol on a book that I'm not sure if they've seen completely before, but I go, God of knowledge, do you have knowledge of what this symbol, do you want me to show it up there?
I don't know what the symbol is.
It's the Apollo symbol.
The holy symbol.
Apollo symbol.
Ah, the Apollo
Do you
symbol.
have knowledge of what this symbol represents?
Sure, you can show it to camera.
Absolutely unfocused.
Hell
it's on
yeah.
manual focus.
Hell yeah. Yum. Look at that focus.
Can I see? I don't even know what you've drawn.
It's...
Check the screen.
Then watch the
Yeah, what's the stream?
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're streaming here. And let's,
We
We're
hate
streaming
fear.
live.
We hate fear.
Can I see the
I'll pass it around.
It's just the tattoo I have on my chest.
Oh dear, I dropped the
You got a
thing.
tattoo?
I do. It's not completely visible.
Is
You
the
can
top
see
one
like
here?
a bit of the tip peeking out.
Is this new?
No, it's on the drawing.
Hang on.
You're also on camera here. You know that, right?
Yeah.
No, but it had to be on that
camera.
camera. Hello, Olivia's mother.
Okay. It's fine.
Yeah, it's this tattoo, but you can only see a bit peeking out there.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
You didn't get a response.
That's fine.
Sometimes Kanos doesn't have enough information at the right time. So, like in the immediate sense.
That's
But as you look at the notebook itself that you've drawn on, the text kind of starts rearranging itself and basically it says unsure, somewhat of a paradoxical question.
paradoxical.
That's a big word you used.
Yes.
Wow, that's the good knowledge, why don't you?
Wow.
Wow, the god of knowledge used the word.
Used a big word, no
He just
less.
goes,
Yeah.
Indeed.
What are you getting all? You get all excited about something before. What is?
Something of more importance to me than the public, I think.
That's a good. I like your god. It's very nice.
My God seems a lot talkative today, so I think this is good.
Do you have a god, Callie?
Yeah, Callie has a
We
god.
should all go talk to our gods
Hold
and
on,
see if
God.
they all.
Paladin wants you to become a paladin.
Yeah.
Right, yes. I was. I,
Okay,
have,
I pull out the Kanos.
It looks like a child's toy.
Callie's with me.
Apparently,
But like, Callie's kind of like the rookie status at the moment.
I see.
I see.
It's like you got to go through a couple of trials, and then you like become part of the worshippers, and like you can choose your own path. You don't have to be a paladin, as you said it. But it's cool.
Yeah, I similar wanted to be a part of a priestess or cleric for Ikoria, but I don't think I got a chance to while I was in my town. So I'm a little jealous that you're
Well-
choosing such a religious path.
Is there an Aquarius statue here?
Yes, actually.
Right there.
Oh, what a surprise! I turn around and there she is.
Dun, da, da, da.
Well, no, there's a shrine. It's kind of like a dome-shaped building. It's designed such that on a full moon, you see the full moon exactly through the glass,
That's
the
nice.
dome. There is a statue of Ikoria there. A very somewhat. She looks like she's this aspect of her is like maybe like about early 20s, late because apparently gods can look like whatever they want, but this specific version, very similar like like Artemis, like has a younger look to her, kind of like a knowing smile of sorts. Seems to be have a somewhat mischievous grin to her. Yeah.
I kind of kneel in front of her statue and I go, I know I'm not exactly in any religious connection with her, but I like to pray just in case she hears me. And I kind of like dangle. I have an amulet that I don't wear, so I kind of hold it in my hand and I like pray out loud, like to the Korea. I hope you can guide us in our journey and perhaps speak to my friends. I only ask for guidance as we search for the missing children and find the truth of what is happening in this city. I apologize in advance if you commit any dangerous and illegal acts under your eyes. And then, just like with Olivia, say, with the moonlight behind me. Thank you, Ikoria. Do you want to say something?
Sup?
She just comes back with a hello.
What's good? We just came from over there. Don't know if you know Kanos. Maybe you do. Hi. We're on the search of kids. If you know anything, maybe you get to see something that we don't under the moonlight. So.
I didn't know the gods were that talkative.
Some are, some aren't. It depends. They show it in their own way.
Under the Apollo symbol, I write, why are you not this talkative?
Why don't you talk?
You with your passive perception, and you with your.
And not mine, because mine's shit.
What's yours? What's your passive perception? Yours is.
Nice.
Mine's 16.
Damn, mine's 11.
Yeah. So the two of you with your passive perception
Mine's
notice a just in the statue of Ikoria, a hairline fracture just show up at like the at the shoulder blade and just like cracks all the way down the arm and down to the fingers, like to
Touch it.
Whoa, no. Don't worry.
What's going on?
Ikoria, please don't. Can I cast
say
mending on it?
something?
Sure.
The arm.
You cast mending, and parts of it start to hit, like knit back together with the same material as middle, but not the whole thing.
Look, did I do something wrong? I didn't mean to do anything wrong. Is it Kanos? Is it
The fact that you were like, oh, if we do something
Did
illegal,
that
I hope
happen
it's
like
not
after
too bad.
something we did?
Huh?
Did that happen like
After I
something?
said anything?
Nope. As you guys are like getting ready to head out, just the two of you with your passive perception notice this. Nothing you did triggered it, as far as you can tell. But just as you guys were heading out, you noticed this on your way out.
The gods are angry
Can
with us.
I
Run.
I quickly.
This might be a bit weird. Can I head over and like touch the statue and cast lay on hands? Would that do anything?
You could probably recast mending, but would it fix it?
What would you want to do?
It's just a cantrip, so I can do it as
Oh boy.
And then we're just gonna grab an amulet again, and her holy symbol is like
76?
I got 91.
76. As you
Out of here. Just go. Just stop having good rolls today, okay?
I've had terrible rolls half today. I only got like 120.
As you touch the statue of Ikoria, you see the statue continue to knit back together, partially by aiding the mending, but also you get a vision of the moon, and it's like kind of like you feel yourself being taken out of your body and like being lifted up slowly. So first you see yourself and you guys standing in the temple with your hand on the statue, and as you lift up, you like phase through the walls of the shrine. Then you see the shrine get smaller and smaller, and you're zooming out and zooming out and zooming out, and you see as you continue out, the city gets smaller, and then the planet, and then you focus your attention to the moon, and you like zoom in like. Wind and just not wind, sorry, space.
Wind.
As you like flown through like space, you are like met with the moon in front of you, and you close in on this one specific point. You see some sort of like dark like shape on the surface of the moon, and as you get closer and closer, you see it's a building of some kind on the surface of the moon itself. It's from afar, it almost looks like a tumor, like a cancer growing on the surface of the moon. And
They have a moon base.
And as you get closer and closer, you see this structure, massive. Humanoid structures, taking step to step across the surface of the moon. And this, like, again, if like the planets are about the scale of Jupiter, so this moon is like a lot larger than us, and you see these like maybe like 13, 14 foot tall like mechanoid creatures walk across the surface of the moon, and then all of the like the breath being sucked out of you, you quickly come back to where you are in the temple,
Is that just straight?
That's just right.
Is everything okay?
Heavens forgive what they are doing to you.
What?
They're on the moon. Something's on the moon.
Things on the moon?
We need to get back to the group. This could be important.
Yeah. Ikoria, we'll help you as much as we can. I'll help you as much as I can.
Anything else you guys want to do?
No, thanks.
We are running back to
Unless
the group.
Calippo wants to quickly say
On the
hi
way
or
back,
hello.
you guys come across a pile of rats.
Okay,
on top
guys,
of-
listen up.
Surrounded by a man.
Surrounded by
Well, no, other way
a
around.
man surrounded
He
by
ate the rats?
Surrounding a man.
Surrounded
Yeah,
by
rats.
a singular
And I have
man.
a transparent stomach, so you can see all the rats inside.
Or presumably you ate them whole, so they're still just wiggling.
Yeah.
Ew.
No, so yeah, there's rats all over me, and like some are like hanging on my scarf, like swinging back and forth.
Are you
um,
enjoying the rats?
Tywin, you said
The new spring look.
you said that you weren't going to get hurt anymore.
Nemu, I think before
I've enabled him again.
You've cheated on your dead rats.
I told you that thank you wasn't the word I'm looking for, but I think maybe it was. So thank you, Nemu.
See?
Do you want to meet the rats?
Do I want to?
Yes!
This is how we'll end the stream, everybody. Meet the rats.
Meet
It's
the
a
rats.
time-specific video.
Oh,
Here we go.
Can we get it in song form?
No. No, you cannot. And I will thank you to enjoy it without song.
can you start it like Mumbo number 5?
I'm not doing any a little bit of Lachlan in my life.
No,
Please.
No, hit up with like
No,
the
no,
old,
no.
you know, that horrible histories one with the English kings and queens.
Yes.
No, we're just gonna quickly go over all the rats. And as I say each rat, it climbs onto my shoulder and then scurries down in like a line.
Super long.
Wait.
It's a little cat. It's a rat walk. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's a rat
It's a
walk.
rat walk.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 35 of these, so strap in.
If Rat 2 isn't one of them.
Okay,
Had rats
here we
last
go.
time.
Yeah.
This is Lachlan, this is Bacon, this is Roland, this is Rowley, this is Keaton, this is Stuart, this is Devon, this is Hamish, this is Thea, this is Tazwa, this is Jordan, this is Olivia, this is Romy, this is Alex, this is Toby, this is Tony, this is Tori, this is Tani, this is Barney, this is Farley, this is Ferris, this is Einstein, this is Lemon, this is Mouse, this is Squeaker, this is Bert, this is Ernie, this is Qwerty, this is Stacker, this is Balloon, this is Eagle, this is the nameless, faceless, shameless, baseless, racist rat. This is Tim, this is Washington, and this is Breadstick.
Woo! Wait. Was that the name of one rat?
One rat was the nameless, faceless, shameless, baseless, racist rat.
Okay.
What did?
I can't remember.
Yeah, what did that rat do?
What did Tim do?
Just his name.
It's
a Republican.
It posted something on Twitter that it shouldn't have, and now it's cancelled.
Yeah, he's a Republican.
That Republican rat.
I'm sorely.
A little bit
It's
of
like, oh,
Lachlan
shit.
in my
Yeah,
life.
this is like,
I heard you came
so
back
first
with
we get a
Toby,
vision
huh?
from a god, and now we got to name 35
Sorry?
rats. Maybe I shouldn't back to them.
Yeah, this is Toby.
3. Toby the Third.
Toby
This
was
is-
your favorite. I do remember that.
Toby the Fourth, technically.
Olivia, there was a...
Have I ever told you about my childhood dog?
Name was
When I was a kid, I had a dog named Toby.
Yeah.
So I've always been quite fond of that name. My dad killed it.
Oh. Was it like injured? or
Nope.
was it-
No.
I should have
My dad didn't call him Toby. My dad called him a bullseye.
Did you?
Oh, I see
did
you take off to your
retaliate?
father.
Nope, I was 8.
Okay.
This, I think, actually calls for some psychology.
Are we there? Aren't we still dithering about over at the...
No,
I don't know. I think
don't
we would have
we
been that. Yeah.
Just at Tarina, please come over.
You know that's a really big thing.
I think I know what you need. You need some psychology.
No, what I
Maybe
think
not
is...
psychology.
Anything past
This is
time.
fuel. This is fuel to the fire. You know, you just got to refine that fuel.
Trey, all I know is that every time I hear the name Toby, it hurts.
Yeah.
But every time I name someone new Toby, I can feel it hurting a little less.
That's good. You're growing.
I think I'm just numbing myself to the pain.
Yeah.
Hey, one of you guys should mention to Tarina that they should talk to Tywin about his father, because that's good. Good character building again.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is healthy.
Well, it's good that you've got some new rats in your life. I think.
I think.
There are plenty of rats in the stores.
New rats in your life.
You know,
There's plenty of rats in the store.
maybe we can
New rats
train
on the
these
block.
ones to look after themselves a bit
I hate
better
this
in
one.
combat. And
The last one's called a fireball.
You know.
Wasn't exactly their fault.
I don't think these rats are gonna be combat rats. But I do have ideas for them. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out my fabric and the dagger and the paint. I'm gonna paint different parts of the fabric, different colors, and cut tiny scarves.
yeah.
And then give each rat a slightly different patterned scarf.
We should bless them with all our gods. Bless the rats to not get killed.
I don't know if my rats are religious.
They don't have to be.
Okay.
They don't have to.
The faceless rat.
Yeah.
So,
So they've got cute little scarves to
Rush
match
looks
you.
at them.
Just so that look, I'm not gonna have the rats
I remember reading this.
on me and following me at all times because I go to too dangerous places.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that they're like this so that
Yeah,
I'll always be able to spot them when I call them.
I look
Yeah.
for.
That's.
Sorry?
So I'll make sure they're always staying
Yeah, but they
somewhere
die
nearby.
instantly,
So if I
help.
call, they'll come.
But you're right.
It's kind of like a peaceful
Wait, does it
area.
stop people dying instantly?
Yes.
I didn't read it wrong.
But don't worry, I've been
It's if they.
training my rat language,
Yeah, if it
That's
starts.
good. Refining. That's
refining my
nice.
rat language, and I think
But it has to be.
I know
really
some
exploding, so
combat
long as it
rats
doesn't, like, as long as it doesn't die.
that I can
immediately,
call
yeah.
on.
Really.
Otherwise, yeah.
Yes.
Unkillable rats.
You know, that would be very useful when we come into combat.
But we'll I don't want to play around with it too much, so you only see them when you need to see them.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
I let the rats all go in front of me after they were all standing with their scarves and stuff. I give them more cheese.
Are you excited to paint 35 scarves onto the rat?
No.
No, these are combat rats, different rats. These are my scout rats.
Okay.
Um,
Rats.
Can I just get a quick clarification on which ones are the scout ones and which ones are the battle rats?
These are all the scout
What
ones.
these ones are battle rats,
Yeah.
and they have not appeared in the story
okay.
thus far.
Okay.
Yeah.
The scout rats are all scarfed.
Okay.
The battle rats have just been spoken of,
Okay.
Battle
not
rats have only been
introduced.
spoken of.
Okay. So yeah, we'll get a few more names. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
can you take a picture of the name list and put it in the message?
yeah, I'll put it in the
Yeah.
chat.
We're gonna make a Meet the Rats video.
Oh, it's in the
So I bend
notes.
down to the rats and I give them all food, and I say, "Okay, so I don't want you guys to get hurt. So I will continue to provide you food, shelter, warmth, and whatever you need. And in exchange, just make sure you're always within earshot. You can explore, go around as much as you want, but just make sure that you'll be there if I call, and if you call, I'll be able to hear you. Understood?" I give them some more cheese for being so obedient, and then I go,
Very full speaks.
and then I go, "Now go," and let them scatter to the sewers and everywhere.
Wait,
nearby.
when you call them back, what if there's less than 35?
They're strong.
There's gonna be a scene where you're walking and Tywin's just gonna see a lone scarf that he
Wait,
painted.
wait. Where's nameless, faceless, baseless, racist rat?
My favorite of them all.
That's what I'm thinking.
Everyone's trying to hold Tywin back. No, I gotta do it.
He's trying to climb into the sewers to go to put nameless
Can
face.
Nirvara's soul be at least one of the rats?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Tywin, how did you learn how to speak to rats?
I have a theory that once you get to a certain intelligence, knowledge just comes to you. I woke up one day and I realized that I got it. You know how babies learn language? Do you know? Do you know how babies learn language?
Not particularly.
Neither do they. That's the idea. One day they wake up and they're like, I can say dada.
Yeah.
I can say mama.
Yeah.
And then eventually they're writing a paper and getting a Nobel Prize.
A what?
That's.
Have you not read Yale R.R. Spellbound's play, The Nobel Prize?
Apparently I have not.
No.
He simultaneously invented and also was the first recipient of a Nobel
That sounds like
Prize.
nepotism.
Trey just kind of
smart
nods and goes,
business.
chicken, one day I'll be intelligent enough to speak chicken to you just out of the blue. Okay?
Hey, chicken! I still have to speak with animals.
I thought it was rat sense.
Tywin calls it rat sense, but it's actually speak with animals.
Oh, you realized it was a full spell. I thought it was just like an ability that you just do.
No,
Are
because
you talking to my
Tywin
chicken?
thinks.
Because
You just assume that the
Tywin,
chicken speaks common.
Tywin doesn't know he knows magic.
Yeah.
So,
Father.
So you just go, hey chicken.
hey, chicken.
Hello.
Huh. Trey, I also speak chicken.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Intelligence of 19.
Hey, I know
Chicken's
you and
smarter
I
than you.
have
It's okay, Trey. You can talk to Calliope.
have had our differences and confusions, but take care of Trey for me, okay?
Yes, I will do that.
He
I will
says-
make sure that she is safe.
He says he'll do it.
Chicken's still huge, remember? Like,
Take care of you.
I will make sure she is safe and protect her from all harm. And if any of you bring any harm upon her,
We wouldn't dare. We've seen the shit she can do.
all we can hear is Tywin. Just, we wouldn't dare. We've seen the shit she can do.
Can you ask
Fuck.
What did I
no,
do?
wait.
No,
Yeah, no.
Tywin's going,
Oh no, you're right. It's still
Yeah,
speaking
no.
in chicken. Never mind.
Yeah, you're speaking in chicken. That's why I'm like,
We get 0 of this.
like
Can you ask?
if any of you do
Single?
anything that will.
I will make sure to personally bring my entire wrath upon you.
Can I quickly just go to and whisper in your ear? Can you ask if if today is single, looking for something right now?
Hey, chicken.
Can't you turn into a
Ne-
chicken and ask himself?
a friend wants to know
No.
if Trey's single or looking for a relationship right now in your knowledge.
I
Um,
don't speak.
Do you like me? Yes, no, maybe.
What's chicken signature?
Trey, yes, Trey
That
is
makes-
single.
Chicken think that you're asking though.
Yeah.
Stay away from her.
You hurt my child. His feathers ruffled through.
Chicken
Yeah,
goes
chicken
over and
just,
just
like,
plonks
flops
his head on her.
No. Yes, Trey is single. No, she is not looking for a relationship at this time.
Okay, I'll tell my friend. Thank you, chicken.
Was it a yes?
What did he say?
Hmm?
What's he talking
I gotta
about?
talk to Nemu for a second.
Was it a yes?
Single but not looking for a relationship is what chicken said.
I can't do it right now, but her face kind of just goes like sad, just like, oh, I see.
Yeah, no, like you're trying to channel this sad emotion, but the sheer ridiculousness of this entire...
Trey's like,
Trey, chicken really cares about you.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Also,
boy.
please tell that godforsaken flying creature that it cannot eat me.
I don't know if I can
Surely
speak.
chicken would eat, like,
Oh no,
Calliope
you
and
can
his
tell
way.
me because I speak Draconic, so I can.
Well, hang on. But this... Let me try.
Okay. And this
Calitho.
Hi.
I mean, what?
Calliope.
Calliope. You've got similar names. Calliope.
At this point, you realize that Calliope also speaks chicken.
What?
Tywin continues clucking.
Maybe chickens just speak rat. He is like, no, look, I don't think I'm going to allow this.
Yeah.
One second.
DM is like.
1 second. Give me a
I
second.
might only be able to speak to Calliope in cat mode.
Yeah, Calliope's in pseudo
No,
dragon.
but Calliope can speak cat, so...
Calliope has different modes. I thought it was always just that, like that.
Yeah, you got
Calliope used to be a cat.
And she understands some languages.
cat mode.
Like
Now she's
Draconic.
a cat
Pseudo
plus.
dragon, just a flying cat.
We got
Yeah.
cat mode.
You can speak to Calliope just
Baby
normally,
mode.
she speaks common.
Oh,
But she
yeah,
can only
she
respond in
understands
images.
common. But
can-
she
but-
can't respond.
She can only respond in...
That's not the question.
but
Can
now-
you also do it in her native tongue?
Yeah.
No.
Can't
you can only
Calliope
speak to
respond in
beasts.
cat?
What? You can only speak to beasts.
Oh yeah, and she's
Calliope's a dragon.
Right.
Or a
So
fae. She's a fae.
if Calliope was socks,
Yes.
I could speak to
Yes.
socks.
Yes.
But also, you can just speak to her and she'll respond to you anyway, in common.
Like Calliope won't be
Right.
socks until like I die.
Wait, so we can do that anyway?
Yes,
Even
you can
without-
always speak to Calliope.
Yeah.
Calliope can just only respond in images in your head.
Okay.
So she'll send you like,
Gotcha.
if she's hungry, she will send you images of fish. If she wants like to go somewhere, she'll send you like images of arrows, something like that.
Gotcha.
Fucking ad campaign.
Just posting ads for something.
So,
What?
what chicken say? Is it all good? Is he okay?
I don't know. I can't speak chickens.
No, sorry, I don't understand anything he said.
Yeah, no, I think, look, the thing is, this takes a lot of focus out of me, so,
Yeah, I'm sorry if this is making
I-
you really tired.
You gotta relax, man.
sorry?
You gotta relax. You're too wound up.
Is chicken a psychologist?
It's
now?
really hard. There's a lot of shit going on around me and a lot of death.
I've been there for some of it.
Yeah. And speak with animals expires.
Yes.
I half expected chicken to finish with like, and I will be there for much more.
That's the end of the thing that we didn't
Yes. And then the spell expires and you just and that's what, yeah.
Slightly malicious. Great.
No,
Absolutely a death threat.
It'd be funny if the chicken was like, beware of the 16th of October, and I was like, what? And then the chicken goes, on that day, and then my thing cuts off. And I'm like, what? What are you saying?
Starts choking. You can't put chicken.
on that day.
Alright, well, you guys found anything out exploring the...
Warehouses. There's 3 that all seem to be connected above in the northwest section.
all connected to each other?
Also ley lines in the city that are marked by an ancient language.
Shit.
Do you know the language?
I do. I've also marked their locations
At this
on
point,
the
I'm
Andrews
guessing
map.
Trina and I will have returned to the group.
Yes.
So,
And Luft's also done mapping the city.
So what are we
Also,
thinking? I have a contact also looking into it, but sometimes they just don't get back to me in time, so... What's our plan of attack? The longer we wait, the more danger Roos is in.
Well, we're gonna have to try and get into those warehouses, I think. I'm not sure how it's going to work, because from a general glance, it seems pretty well kept under wraps.
I don't think it's too much of a problem. We've gotten into hard places before. We'll do it again. What time is it right now?
It's reaching about like afternoon.
On what day?
On what day?
Yes.
What
What is the date today?
It would be the 26th. It'd be the 26th of the second month.
Okay.
So, do we think our best plan of attack is to go investigate today? Well, the information's still fresh.
I think so.
Wait. So what was the date important for them? I missed it.
Just to actually know what the date is.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like information still fresh. I thought you meant it was going to expire.
You guys
after
have
a
been
certain
venturing together for maybe 2.5 weeks.
date. At least 3, because it was the airship.
And, yeah, and also
Weeks.
because we've actually
Jesus.
not known how long time has passed, so I
haven't
kind
killed
of
each
just
other yet?
wanted, as a player's perspective, to know what
Dates
Maybe
the
important.
date is.
I'd say I'd say it's about 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 weeks. With venturing together.
Well,
I think maybe wait till nightfall.
okay. Everyone until then, gear up, rest up.
And also, I will say you don't know how much time passed in the outside world really that too accurately.
Yes.
You have some idea, but not too much. When you were in the simulation, you don't know how much time exactly passed.
Yeah.
You could have been there in 4 months or something.
All right. Everyone should go back to.
Respective taverns.
I
Or-
take out a piece of paper and I write down on the piece of paper. It's okay. That'll just be a waste of real life paper. I write down on the piece of paper 7 p.m. and then I I say, all right, so everyone gear up, rest up, and we're going to assault the place at 11 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And as I say 11 p.m., I hold up the piece of paper that says 7 p.m.
I kind of want to huddle in just so then there's not really
Yeah.
many spots
I'm
available
basically
for sight.
covering it like that so that only my party can see it.
Sure.
And then I put that down and go, all right,
Actually,
I'm going to go back to the inn.
So cool.
Can I, while I've got time here, just warn everyone, beware, some time ago I received to commune with my god, and Palor warned me, things may not be as they seem to be. That who we see. No, I'm saying like, it was generally basically, do not trust what you can see.
Right.
I
wrote this.
And having
Trust this.
Having remembered it, I think
Things on the
I
moon.
can.
Things on the moon.
Right.
Can I also? Because I forgot I don't have detect magic, so I can't see the thing, but I do still have identify, so I can see if there are any spells affecting you.
Okay, sure. You can't identify?
Yeah.
The spell is still there, yes.
Okay. So I'll just let you know once again through a still there. Not good.
Put
Actually,
on my scarf.
I have comprehend languages, so does that mean I can go to the incline and
rats.
No, I
understand
cut up the
what's being
fabric in my
written?
bag.
Pardon?
I have a lot of
I
fabric.
have comprehend languages, so if Callie was like, let's go to the incline.
Well, no, Callisto told you what it says, so even
what
if you
you
just get the exact same thing that Callisto read.
Wait, what did you write?
Ley line 1, ley line 2, ley line
Oh.
3, ley line 4, ley line 5, ley
Oh,
line
ley
6.
line. Oh, whoops. Mine's
It's not
I didn't
his
write
area of
those words, but I
specialty
didn't
because
think-
it's arcane magic. I take it not religious.
Sorry?
It's not Solomon's area of specialty because it's arcane magic. Do I know much about ley lines? Like I think I know about them. Like as in me personally, I think I know of them and like
Ley
focus points of
lines,
magic.
yeah.
Well, that's not a character for me.
From what you can tell, based on the limited knowledge of what Luftstolien stuff, these seem to be artificially made ley lines.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say they're very straight and very
Yes.
concerning that they all meet at the center.
Yes.
Ah, there it is. I was just wondering why no one's actually had the idea to investigate where they meet.
And then, given that map of Lufts, what is at the center of those?
The center of the city. It's a central market area.
Just market area.
Yes.
Okay, nothing like a big palace shebang. Well, that's not sus at all.
No.
Okay.
Guys, you should go on a beach episode.
I like it.
And like an anime beach episode next.
Yeah. So, fan service time. Okay.
Where Nimu and Trey can hang out.
Do you want
We'll
to
just
hang
have like a
out?
genuine beach episode. We'll just stand up in a bay as a sudden.
Trey's still in chainmail, like.
Trey, we're at the beach. Don't you want to swim?
Anyway, that is where we'll call tonight's end of episode. I hope you guys had fun, viewers and players alike.
There were some
Hopefully
good
we'll
choices
have
and some less good
the
choices
Alexes
and some
and the
rats.
Rommies next week. A wonderful board game recommendation from Romy.
Romy.
As Jordan said, come check out the Adelaide Games Club on Wednesdays, Fridays, and sometimes
Sometimes
Sundays. At the Hartley Building.
Here at the Hartley Building.
Also, don't forget the 24th of March, Devon?
Is when the
is
tournament
the
starts.
tournament day.
For Splendor and Clank.
First round.
If you never played either of them, those would be recommendations in themselves.
Yeah.
Both those games.
Yeah, those are
But now you're
bonus.
taking two recommendations away from me.
I haven't said anything
Just
about
make
them.
them
I just said
additional-
they're really good.
Just additional bonus
Also,
recommendations.
how has someone not recommended either of those yet?
Don't know.
We got other stuff to recommend.
Apparently,
other stuff
see, we're
to
just like 4
recommend,
games. You
yeah.
know,
But
it's
yeah.
crazy.
Train up on your splendor, train up on your flank, and please
Train up.
come to.
Well, the first place prize is $100.
Yeah.
So,
Man, I can't imagine competitive Clank. That's gonna be.
It was Clank is
bloodbath.
fucking competitive enough as this. Hey, don't you dare screw me over. It's
Yeah.
like, ha ha ha.
Yeah,
There
well,
was
that's the
also
thing. It's gonna
Tokaido.
be
There was
so-
Tokaido. I'm pretty sure there was
Kaido.
damn.
Sushigo or whatever.
Is that that's like the chess like one that James played on his phone
Tokaido.
all the time, isn't it?
Kaido.
no, Tokaido is the one where you're trying to
You travel.
travel to Japan.
Yeah, it's
And-
it's
Oh, is that-
You have to have the
so
best
pretty.
vacation.
Is that a circle like that?
No, just the
No,
line.
it's a line.
I don't know what the
And
next
you
one should be
collect
called-
things.
We
and
should
it's-
have
it's
Cockroach
really-
Project.
As a tournament game, yeah, maybe.
Anyway, thank you for joining us on the stream. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. If you subscribe to this channel, it's going to tell you in your local time when the streams are scheduled for. So that's the best way to know when the streams are scheduled for. It'll give you a little countdown, and we're normally only around half an hour late on our stream. So it'll be pretty accurate. And it's also good because then you get to know if we ever post any extra videos here, any highlights, or you can watch the reruns of our stream. All on this YouTube channel. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr as Dice Rev DND. That's the letters DND. Dice Rev DND is our social media, so follow us there for memes and updates and anything else that we may want to post on there. Also, quick thank you to our DM Thea for changing the break, start, and end screens on our thing to have the new characters on there now,
We got
which is
level
fun.
5 cool kids.
Because we had all the old characters on there, and that was including the Neovara.
The dead Neovara.
The dead
And that
Neovara.
was without
Chaotic
Solomon
dead.
and
The deceased
Marley.
Neovara.
She lives on in spirit, maybe in a rat. We don't know.
So yeah, you're gonna see the end screen right now. The end screen is updated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You're gonna see the end screen right
It
now.
will be updated.
And we will see you hopefully next week.
Look out for Meet the Rats video.
Goodbye.
Bye.